That is true. I don't
That
know.
is very true.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they're almost like begging for it kind of to like be included in this case is kind of
Mhm.
what I'm seeing. It almost makes me feel as if they just want to be a part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to have something to report on. They want to make a documentary. They want to be able to speak on this and feel like they're included in the whole case by saying, but who in law enforcement would feel that it's a good idea to keep TMZ in the loop? Like, do we actually feel they're getting credible information from someone in law enforcement?
I
I
don't
think
know.
if anything, they're getting lied to just to pacify them. I mean, I was blown away. That was the very first time that I seen that for today from Harvey.
Mhm.
And for him to just start peppering in that short amount of time, FBI source told me this. I know there's no movement in the Bitcoin wallet. Savannah meant this when she said that, and he just like it was just this whole bank of knowledge coming out all at one time. And I'm thinking, my God, do you work for the FBI, dude? I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So, there was another Harvey video today, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there was another TMZ video. So basically, just to give you what he said, he basically noted, he broke down what Savannah said. So, Savannah, I'm sure you saw that. Savannah basically said that they've done their part. So he basically questioned that and he was like, I'm not sure. Basically, he was like, I'm not sure why they would say it in that manner because he basically confirmed that from what he knows that they did not pay any ransom money. He said no ransom money has been paid by the Guthries. The FBI put a small amount of money into the wallet to see if they can trace anything. So basically they put I think $150 inside the wallet, which was law enforcement. And it's never been touched. And he also noted that Savannah's video was released based on timing as they're approaching 6 months of Nancy being missing. So they want to basically put anything out because of the timing. And he noted investigators still do not know where Nancy is or identified kidnappers. Harvey ended the stream saying that this is a cold case, which I thought was very strange.
That is strange. Why would he say that?
Also, someone just said, yeah, they're on JLR because he has breaking news. Anyone know what happened?
Right? Do we know what happened?
No. Anyone
I have no idea.
We can find out what happened.
Yeah. Anyone know it? I think he's just covering the liberty and justice. I believe the FBI are 100% behind TMZ because they need to keep lines of communication open for the family. Oh, Crystal's here. Awesome. Let me add her in.
Wait, it seems like something's going on at
Oh,
Nancy.
hey, it's the party's here. We don't have many people because
Hi,
JLR's
Crystal.
on.
Of course. Hey, Wee, how are you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Crystal?
Doing good, doing good.
It's a
Good to
party
see you.
Crystal,
now.
the first time we went on at the same time.
Let me see about
Ooh, that's lit. I like how it lights
Yeah,
up.
it's like
are you talking to me?
Yeah, the microphone. That's awesome.
Crystal,
my favorite
this is the
part.
first time we've been on at the same
My
time.
keyboard.
Oh, he said that
wow.
there's more DNA that's been found.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I think they noted that. They noted that. Well, Nanos noted it, but do they actually know what DNA
No, it
was?
looks like there's at Nancy's right now. I just pulled it up on another tab.
Oh
was-
wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to
What-
go live with it, Max? I could present it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
want to watch what he's doing?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
should we? And
I mean,
just
it's
see.
just him filming. He's
Yeah,
not
go
even-
ahead. Do it.
Okay, then we can do it.
Hey, do it,
Okay.
do it.
You wanted to know about the NDA thing though, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes,
did.
tell
Can
us
we go over
more.
that?
It was Brian Enton who reported that a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So who
towards
signed the NDAs though?
he was saying that they were supposed to sign them, or I think somebody else reported it as well about the NDAs. But that's why we haven't really heard anything from the friends. And even when Chris Madonna tried to reach out to her friends, they hung up on him or hung up on Karen.
But what do you think, like, what do you think they're hiding within the NDA? Do you think that they potentially know more than what we're being told? And also, do you feel like, this is off subject, but do you feel like the TMZ interview has any weight, or do you think that that's kind of false information of what they're being told?
Well, let's see. First of all, I don't think the reason why they're having to do the NDA is because of there's any beneficial evidence or anything like that, that they know anything. I think that is more just maybe some family stuff. They don't want to come out, or they're afraid of what they may say or make up. You know how some people, they make stuff up. So that might be why they had him sign the NDA. And then as far as TMZ goes, it makes sense about are you talking about the $1 million life insurance policy, or the $1 million reward?
Mhm.
Well, I
saying
was,
that part?
Bruce is here too. I'll add him. No, I was chatting about basically how TMZ noted today that the Guthries have not paid anything. So basically in Savannah, she noted, Savannah said, like, we've done our part. And then basically TMZ kind of doubled down on that, saying, I don't know why she would say that, because they basically, they haven't paid anything. The only thing that's been put into that wallet was the $150, I think it was, that came from law enforcement.
In my opinion, I think that she was just pretty much saying, "Hey, Bruce, how are you?"
Hey, Bruce, welcome in.
Hello, hello.
I think
Hi,
she was
Bruce.
just, oh, Angel Eyes. Hey, hun, I didn't even know you were in here, bud. I think she was referring to the reward, that she put up the reward and did the 500,000, you know,
That she donated, or
that she donated. I think that I mean, because really, what else has she done?
That's what I'm saying. What
Not
is?
shit.
What are
I'm
they
sorry.
doing?
Are we allowed to cuss on here? So I know.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, she hasn't done anything else. And it seems like they're giving more credit to the kidnappers than they are to the YouTubers and stuff who are actually doing things.
Mhm.
So it's sad. It's a whole sad situation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And it's also like, what part? So, like, that's what I was saying. Every aspect of this has my head kind of spinning, because we, in the last 48 hours, basically 24, actually, we were told kind of 3 separate stories. So you have Savannah, who basically said one thing, and then you had Nano saying another, and then you had TMZ saying another, which to me, none of them lined up equally with each other. So I guess I'm trying to pick apart what everyone has said and try to analyze to say, like, what is logistically correct here, and where are we in this case? Like, is it a cold case, is what law enforcement supposedly told TMZ, or do we actually have new DNA as to what Nanos has said in video footage? And then same with Savannah. To me, it seemed like she was chatting to someone directly. It didn't seem like she was speaking to someone random.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think it's somebody she knows, possibly family, or somebody that she suspects is responsible. That's how I took it, because everything was just so cryptic. Once again, cryptic as hell.
Mhm.
And as far as the Nanas thing and everything else goes, let me see. Shayna is who I go to her for everything. But she had sent me something earlier about the Nanos interview. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I always call her Shayna. I'm sorry, Shanana. That's what we started calling her. Sorry. Let me see.
Welcome in, Bruce. I think this is your first time you joined.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Max, have you met Bruce? I think you have.
I think we met I can't keep track of the days, honestly, anymore, but we met at some point either yesterday or today. Yeah.
I think you were chatting about the food.
Oh, the
And so
Philippines.
this is what I think. I think her message was to A&T specifically, because she said, "Come home and bring mom home" at the end. So she's talking to her sister and her brother-in-law. I got a feeling that's who she's referring to.
And I think a lot of people are bouncing back into that, saying, is it Annie and Tommaso? Is it someone else? Is it someone who maybe cared for Nancy in the past, or is it someone who is close to the family? I always feel like it's someone who's going to be close to the family, who knows the in and outs of it. Do you know what I mean? They knew about, but to me, the only thing that kind of stood out was like in the second ransom letter, when they were like, we didn't know the extensive her health issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be to throw us off too.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand, like, so if it was someone who was that close, they would have had an understanding to where Nancy's health issues lied, or it was someone who just was false in that statement and kind of just put whatever they felt was correct there.
I brought this up the other night on my on Brick by Bricks live. Another thing it could be because the perished and buried in nature was bothering me so bad, so I just had to keep doing research on it. Sorry, I was reading the chat. But it could be that it's somebody who English is not their first language.
I was thinking that as well. Like it's someone who's not
Yeah.
from around here either.
Yeah.
And them
Yes.
saying USD. Sorry
Mhm.
to piggyback on that, but in the ransom note when it says USD, you wouldn't say that if you're just asking for money and
Well, we covered that too. Disturbed, he was saying that that part really doesn't matter because you can suggest and ask for any kind of Bitcoin and get it and then trade it out. So that really doesn't really mean anything, honestly.
Mhm.
About I wish he was in here to explain that because he was really good at it. But really, it doesn't matter because you can just cash it out. I hope I'm saying that right. Hopefully, he'll text me in a minute. But what else were we just talking about? Sorry, ADD.
The perished and in nature.
Yeah, like how they
yeah.
wrote out things.
Yeah. So it could be that, but it's also poetry and writers typically use that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna no, I'm gonna wait for that actually. But there's so many other explanations though. Why does it say in nature, as Shanae said today? The in nature. So is she in something in nature?
Or like even what Ted said, he's like, if I'm thinking of Arizona, I'm not thinking nature at all. Like I'm thinking sand, I'm thinking like desert heat. I'm not thinking anything to do with nature. So to me, it's also like, where is she?
Michelle, do you realize that that's basically like the desert is almost like pure rock?
Yeah. So do you think of nature though when you hear that?
Your ranches.
You know what's weird is I heard somebody, I don't know if this is exactly, maybe you guys can tell me, that Nancy, for I guess the what is it, the front door camera? Wasn't that
camera?
to watch? Yeah, wasn't that to watch? Wasn't she a nature? Is that true? Do you know? If she was a nature watcher, like people were saying, I don't know if that's true, but if that's the case, she liked nature. Let's say that she liked nature, and she was watching her cameras every morning. Like after she gets up, does her routine, and
That's what posted on Facebook. Bruce
is that what they said?
Yeah, and she was having discussions about those why she was putting cameras in as to watch the javelinas and yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. She liked to watch the javelina, so that's the reason why they had the Ring camera. But also, I guess she'd have to be up watching it from like her phone or something. So to say it didn't record or anything. So she wouldn't be able to go back and see like any sort of wildlife from the night before, which is odd.
Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't get a subscription for that. Like I always like wondered, like, I mean, not to say that you have to have one. I mean, but what is the kind of point to put cameras up if you're not going to?
That's what makes it more suspicious. And who knew that subscription had expired? Who was responsible for renewing that subscription?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So they Nancy must have got some kind of free thing, or had to pay maybe a little bit of money and got the things for free for a month for paying or something, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And look at her house. Look who her daughter is, and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
She's not just going to let that not pay that. I mean, I wouldn't think so anyway. But she did live in that house for a long time, and maybe
50 years, right?
Maybe she got tired of
50
javelinas after a little while.
But also, like, why would you be like? I just don't know that that's the best place to be really watching birds from it. Like, that's another weird
I think it's an excuse.
Yeah.
I think that was an excuse.
It was actually 3 cameras that came with that. So there was like the net it's the Nest from Google, and then there's the one on the front porch, and then there's two more from a picture that I seen that actually points them out, like at the casita, that kind of points down to the backyard. I think those were Nest cameras as well.
Okay. Yeah, that would make more sense in the backyard to have them to see birds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but they
yeah,
have the
like if
cameras
you're
on the
looking out back.
roof, right? They have the
Yeah.
cameras on the roof that what did that have any video footage on it? Maybe is that what Nanos is chatting about? But to still be reviewing footage from 6 months ago, that's wild to me, unless this is newly
That's
released
wild.
footage somehow they retained.
What did
Yeah.
he say today, Michelle?
What was that?
In his little clip today, what did Nanos actually try? At
He
least try?
said, we have so much DNA to sort through. We have so much in terms of video evidence to look at. I'm still positive we're going to solve this case.
Why would you? Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Looking at the TV.
I'm not gonna say it, but I really just like I don't get like. Is there only just a couple of people working now? Like, I mean, I get it that they had to move other people to other things because there's things that go on, but like, how many people's working? Do we even know?
We
No.
And that's the thing. He was saying there was 10 to 12 deputies every day going over to the Pima County Sheriff, to the FBI, and working together as a team. To me, it doesn't sound right to me, because wouldn't you think they'd have a little bit more of information?
you would think. You
I
would
do,
absolutely think.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal, I was going to ask you too. Didn't we hear that it said buried
And
with nature instead of in nature? Wasn't Brian Enton wasn't he really like he said it like 3 or 4 times in a row?
Brian, or
Brian Enton.
in nature.
In nature, yeah.
Not with.
He said
Yeah,
in.
which is weird, because it should say, it should be with.
The weird thing about that is when I asked Google about that, it's like a natural burial. The lady that lives next door to Nancy is into that type of thing. So they don't use any kind of embalming fluid or anything. They kind of just decompose the body, and then the body goes out like fertilizer into.
Oh.
Yeah. And that
So it
lady
becomes like soil almost.
yeah. And the lady next door to Nancy on the other side, not the gym people, but the other side, is really into that type of thing right there.
Ew. And
That's
it
like
almost makes you think, though, too, because again, we have no proof that Nancy ever left that house. Do we think like she's close to home? I mean,
Ooh,
She could be in nature next door.
if she really did leave, if she really was abducted, okay, I don't think she ever left the neighborhood.
like she's close.
Okay, I think one of two things, because we don't have any cars or anything like that. Hey, Army, I think either she never left the neighborhood, and it was somebody that was either staying in the neighborhood, somebody who was related to somebody in the neighborhood. They could have been house sitting or anything like that, or they didn't leave that night. They stayed in a nearby place and waited for the coast to get clear, and maybe stayed like a day or so, and then packed her up and left. Because then that would explain not having any cars on camera. It just, with all the camera footage around there, all those neighbors, they're all wealthy. They all have so many cameras.
How did they all go down too that night? Remember,
It wasn't
were
all of
saying-
them.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't-
all of them, but how did you get some of them to go down? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think as far as I know, and I'm pretty sure this is right, it was only like 2 cameras, I think, on one side of the house, where their dog came out and was barking, looking over towards Nancy's. It was that house.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure it was just those cameras on that side.
Yeah, I think
And-
those rumors kind of got out there that the whole neighborhood went black and that type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that happened.
No, it was. I know it was only one house.
Yeah.
But I think it was maybe 2 cameras.
Yeah, because
Um,
Alex was saying he chatted with the neighbor and their video footage was up. So wouldn't you think that they would have something on camera from that night?
They would. they would.
You would think so. I mean,
Or are they not retrieving, or are they not saving anything? You know what I mean? Oh, wait, they're showing the neighbors now on JLO Live. Sorry, Michelle, for mentioning this. Oh, wow.
Oh.
So there must be some, let me just look at JLR's quick and see what's, there's stuff popping
it's
off.
that's old footage, by the way.
Oh, it's old footage that they're watching?
Yep. I mean, I do believe so from what I'm seeing.
Was it ever confirmed how many cameras she actually had? Because I don't remember there was ever a confirmation.
7:13 in Arizona right now, and it's broad daylight, and they were walking around in the neighborhood just a few minutes ago. So
Everyone says different things about the amount of cameras that she had. I don't know that we'll know that, given that we're not being given any extra footage.
Mhm.
So
the only other thing I'll say about that is a lot of those houses were off the road, off the street, so they wasn't actually catching vehicle traffic going up and down the road.
But they should have picked up lights. They should have picked up lights,
You would
Yeah.
think, right? But
whether it be brake lights or, regular lights. It should have picked up some sort of light or glow even.
because
if
it,
y'all
it
ever want
was
to be the
back
guy,
there at night. Like you'd have to drive with some sort of light, correct?
Right, right.
You could not drive
You
with
can
your
see
light.
your freaking hand in front of you.
Guys,
Yeah.
look who's
Army.
here.
Army.
Yes.
Army.
Everyone, what up,
What's up,
Crystal? We just Max, we love that Bruce and right here.
What's up?
Internet sleuths.
what's
Yeah.
going on? Yeah.
Hi, Army Red.
Brady Bunch, we're filling up the screen right now.
I
But
like it.
I do got a question for Crystal. Crystal,
Yeah, what's
was there proof that the neighbor's camera went off at the same time, or was that a rumor also? That's what I heard, but I don't know for sure.
I don't know. The only thing that I heard is that there was either one or two cameras on the same house from the house where the guy was out walking his dog or something. And it was barking, looking over at Nancy's.
Yeah, I believe that's confirmed.
it-
Jeff is his name.
But I don't remember hearing that it was like multiple cameras. Like as far as two different neighbors. I don't remember hearing that. Is that what you're asking? So it was like
Yeah.
more than one house?
No, I think we're on the same track, but it said that the neighbor's back Wi-Fi camera that's pointed to Nancy's backyard went off also.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's the same house where the dog was barking.
Right.
A
Yeah.
little suspicious. A little suspicious.
You think one
Suspicious.
camera? Because all the other cameras on that house were working. It was just that one camera
Yes, ma'am.
or that second camera. I don't know if there was one or two, but
Pointed directly to her backyard.
uh-huh.
We got a jammer. We have a Wi-Fi jammer going on. Maybe not as powerful as some people think to take out the entire neighborhood, and that's the reason why a vehicle wasn't spotted on camera. But could be something, if you're that close and you were in the backyard and that camera goes out, that kind of would explain a smaller type of Wi-Fi jammer, in my opinion.
Now, I don't want people to get caught up with this jammer. It's
Yeah.
two types. It's two types.
I
It's
don't- I
a
don't-
jammer. It's a jammer and it's a screamer.
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 Gotcha.
Oh, what's the difference?
Right.
A
Well, it's-
screamer, you can. It's RH. Like y'all look it up. It's a jammer and a screamer. A jammer, you won't get video. Like they will never be able to recover video. You see what I'm saying? You're
Gotcha.
jamming.
Yeah.
A screamer, yes.
Yeah. It pretty much wipes it, is what
Yep.
you're saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Gotcha.
And the screamer just kind of
The screamer is what wipes it, and the jammer is what cuts the Wi-Fi.
A jammer will cut the data and audio. A screamer is more like I'm finna take over your webcam for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like
And then we're
resetting
gonna
your
wipe
red like resetting your red ring camera. But you have to know the operational. I have 30 seconds to get in your house before the ring camera come back on. Operational intelligence.
Has your thoughts changed, Army Vet, since we last chatted? Like, do you still feel as if this is
Military.
yes?
Not military. I don't think it's military.
Well, not military, but
I think the dude at the front door,
Was a
Had-
hired agent?
yeah, not agent training. And what I mean by training, y'all thinking elite. I think, excuse my language, I think was that type of soldier that was a fuck up, that needed money to do this. That that soldier. And I know everybody know that one. Wow, you could have did a lot of things and money, because no way you have that training, because the only way he messed up is pulling that ring cap. That is elite training that you are being, you know what I'm saying? That tells me you need money.
Can I ask you, Army Vet, do you think he was USA military or was he international?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, supposedly.
There's 4 other types of DNA that civilians y'all will never get. Meaning if a soldier never committed a crime, you will never get that. FBI agent, CIA agent, government, military, CIA, FBI, y'all don't know that DNA. It is held at Quantico. So no matter if you kept it in the United States, unless you know special forces, all of that DNA, president is kept in Quantico. So he don't have to be overseas. All you have to be is in government, retired, in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this is related to the missing scientist?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Boom.
The same technology, the same. I can honestly say this. The same technology that was used to blind the cameras in the area in the Catalina foothills was used also to blind the cameras in the missing general. There's no camera footage coming, going, hour before, afterwards, but we have the same digital signal of a blackout.
Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts.
It is nuts.
Yeah. I don't know, your theory that you did on Crystal's Crime Board with us that day with Justine and I.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I couldn't stop thinking about that for like 2 flipping weeks.
Thank you, Joe.
I was because nothing else makes sense. So it doesn't even make sense.
I took a chance to go up on Crystal's and Pretty's, and Crystal was hearing it and was like, holy smack, I need to put this on Twitter. And I was like, I was shocked that it was shocking because this is my trade craft. But she was like, they need to hear this. Crystal was like, this is crazy. And I'm like, this is trade craft. Like, this is normal. Y'all are shocked because this is United States. I've been stationed Middle East, Iran, Iraq. This is normal for them to hold a hostage and politically get something out of it. This is normal.
But like you said, it's very weird for us to be seeing this now in the US. Like, again, a hostage situation in other countries, it seems a little bit more normal to see, but we're seeing a kidnapping ransom here.
Mm-hmm. Normal.
Yeah. And it's
Bruce, is it normal over there for them to kidnap people for ransom and then give them back? It's normal. Around the world, y'all, this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird to see it here. It's just weird to see it in the United States. It's normal. It's normal.
Look, Army Vets is not, he's telling you the truth. All right. It's normal everywhere. It don't matter where you go.
Yeah. And
just because it's what people would call a third world country, I don't call it that, where I stay, but that's just me. But it happens.
Yep.
There's pickpockets every day. There's people driving on their bikes, literally driving on their bikes. My new hat that I had, gone with the wind. I was in town. I feel safe even though somebody took my hat off me. But this stuff happens. And if you even go further into the Philippines, further where it really gets isolated,
yeah,
it'll happen.
It's just mind-boggling to think that someone could literally, with a flip of a switch, just go off of the grid and there not to be any trace of her from what we're told. How does someone just go missing and us not have any information at all?
Ask Venezuelan president. He asked the same thing.
Look, the lights went off there too, Michelle.
Yeah.
You see how they did that? You see how the lights, when they showed after they did it, and then they actually had the footage. You seen the lights? Somebody up in them helicopters up there turn them lights off. Just like that, snap of the fingers. Just them coming in, hit the button, and it's off just like that. And it's that again, Army vet. Is that normal?
I have someone coming on actually, who is a Black Hawk instructor pilot in the military. He's no longer, but he's open to speaking now. So he's going to be coming on hopefully next week. But he was a Black. I thought Army vet would be really interested in chatting with him as well because he's pretty high up too.
Definitely.
Oh,
You know what, Michelle?
Army vet's like, nah, I like to fly solo unless I'm on my game.
No, I mean, yeah, but we operate in the same worlds, but cyber is so different.
I was just going to say cyber is different, I feel like.
And remember now, I'm not telling y'all who, when, where. I'm saying I understand the technology and who wills the power to use it. These are the men that I deal with and work for, the Senator the power. I understand what they want. I understand what they're, and I don't do I do threat assessment. I have to understand the threat before it happens. So when y'all are saying, okay, what could have, well, it's obvious what happened because I understand the threat assessment. Y'all don't understand how secure that area is with border security, Department of Homeland Security, Fort Huachuca, home of drones, Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, home of Signal, Department of Border Security, you can't get past our border. Then you add Space Force just moved Tucson last week. We have camera systems 24 hours monitoring that area. You ain't gonna tell a signal soldier, intelligence, cyber, FBI that you don't know what happened. And if we don't know what happened, that should scare the hell out of you.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you think like we literally, anyone can just go off of the grid and they're not going to know what happened, who took us, where we went, where are we now, where are we buried. Us as civilians, this should raise 1,000 red flags for us. And I get it, it's Nancy Guthrie, and you would think there'd be more coverage on this because who her daughter is. And imagine for us who are not in the spotlight or know anyone who's able to bring coverage on us. Like we would literally be forgot about in a blink of an eye. It's scary.
What's up, Seth?
Yep. See Seth in the chat there.
Yeah, that's my big dog. That's my big dog. I'm working with him, trying to help find his son. So we're doing a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I'm still involved in finding the missing soldiers in Santa. Like a lot of people reach out, y'all. A lot. So yeah.
Hey Seth. I'm not familiar with you, but hey.
Hi Seth.
The Seth Rogers case.
I don't know who that person is.
Sebastian Rogers. Do you know that name?
Sebastian Rogers.
The missing child out of Tennessee.
Oh.
Tennessee, right?
Yep, correct.
Yep. One state away from me, so if I can do anything on the ground, you guys let me know. Like, take a drive over to somebody's house and knock on the door. I'm not afraid of doing that. Michelle and Max knows I'll get out there.
Max and I going out to Arizona.
I'll talk to you about it, Crystal. I'll talk to you about it.
About the what? I'm sorry.
I'll talk to you about the Sebastian Rogers case. I'll talk to you about it.
Oh, I know the Sebastian Rogers. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. That's him. That's his father.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Goodness.
we're doing, yeah. Everybody, good stuff. Good dude. We hang out.
I saw him on some show.
Pretty Little Clues, right?
No. Like, I don't know if it was maybe the ID channel or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a Dateline or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big case. And what is it now, Armin? Like 2 years?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Do you guys think we're gonna find Nancy? I just want to know where everyone's thoughts. Curious, like where do you see the case moving forward from here? Do you see an ending to this? I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to understand.
You know, at one point I did, because I thought that certain people would want her found, so they could cash in, so to speak, on what they had coming to them. But now, if they are being looked at hard and it's known that they're the ones, then they may not ever say where she's at. And that's what's
I don't
going to
think
keep.
so either. I don't think
It's
I don't think they're going to find her. I really don't.
Yeah, that'll keep them out of the courtroom. No body, no case type thing. That's true. And I know it's easy to blame certain ones, but it's also a lot easier when they're doing certain things like hiding your face with your shirt, going over to your mom's house or your mother-in-law's house, coming from the back of the place with your pockets full, taking paperwork out of the house. You know, showing up at your house for only one day and then you're disappeared and now nobody's heard from you. Nobody knows where you're at. You're not speaking out about your mother that you took real good care of. I mean, you're making it a little bit easier for people to say, you sure do look guilty. You know, what's going on here?
There's someone in the chat coming for Max and I. I can't.
He apparently wants me, Michelle, and Crystal. So
Yeah. I'm not gay, guys. Well, okay. If you say so. Come on, I calls it now. Probably.
Someone wants to put him in timeout. I don't know whose chat he's in, but
Something to
I already checked. That was the first thing I did.
oh my chat. So
my thing is though, where Nana's is talking about all this DNA and stuff. Do y'all think maybe they got the answers from the IGG? It was inconclusive, or a nothing burger?
Oh, or do you think it came back to something that's pointing to a suspect? Do you think?
Oh yeah, they know.
I don't. Huh?
They know.
They know.
Someone's making weird noises. I don't know who's.
I think that's Bruce's background.
Yeah, he muted it.
Y'all, they know. Y'all, they know.
The only thing you're gonna hear in my background is my chihuahua.
Listen, they
Never shuts up.
believe me. I've trained with these guys. I was part of 9/11. I was part of the team that DNA on Osama. They confirmed of the president. Y'all, they know who this is. Now let's not play and think the government, if they get a drop of blood, they don't know who, where, when, and where that blood. Come on, this is the government, y'all. They know.
Right. And what do we think the mixed DNA is? Because that's starting to come like there's
Saliva.
certain.
That's what I think. Or touch.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's saliva.
Mhm.
They know.
Starting to come to the forefront again instead of just the rootless hair. Now we're hearing about the mixed DNA more. So you think they know who did this?
Of course. The minute that DNA went into Quantico, you come on.
Bam. They knew like right now.
No, well, look at it like this. Men, this is going to be joking, but understand this. If I give you DNA in a child support case, I'm going to know who the father, mother, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to know who you are. You telling me they don't know the family. They know exactly who this is. The family members they know exactly.
Even if it's not a U.S. citizen, do you feel like they still know?
Our government, if this happened in foreign government, you're probably right. Our government,
I'm
just
just
track
thinking.
any human being on the face of this earth.
Whoa, that's big.
Trump has told you cannot hide from us nowhere on this planet.
Mhm.
I mean, look who he finds in just a matter of seconds.
That's what I'm saying. You have to know where Nancy Guthrie is. Why are we not? I don't know. The whole thing is just making me like, what is going on?
Can I ask what everyone's thoughts are? We were talking about this earlier, but I'm curious to hear from you, Army Vet. why do you think the welcome mat outside was left there and not taken? Or why do you think, if that had any evidence on it or any DNA or something on the bottom, why do you think it was just left and not really considered to be important?
They don't need it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the
Simple.
clearest, easiest answer. They don't.
So-
Why wouldn't they need it? Like,
Yeah.
because you feel as if they already know, or they just don't care to know?
This is, and I understand. I'm finna let y'all understand how military intel works. That is Tucson, Arizona. That is a city inside the United States of America. You telling us we don't know who, where, when, cars coming from? This is Tucson, Arizona, y'all.
Mhm.
Of course they know. And if they don't know, you should be afraid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel as if they don't know, and that's why I'm afraid. Because I feel like if they did know, we'd have a little bit more information, or it's a cover up and they're trying to hide whatever happened behind the scenes.
Or they have no idea.
And what about like a court case? I mean, you still got to hold somebody accountable in a court of law, you know, to say, okay, here's the evidence. We got the mat, and this is where we got the DNA. Or I just don't need the mat in court. Maybe, you know,
Or are they not planning on going to court?
Yeah.
Y'all keeps, and that's the first time somebody finally said that. Y'all keep bringing up the Epstein files. Y'all
Mhm.
really think if the same people play like that, you're ever gonna see that dude alive? Y'all really think so?
Mm-mm.
those players, no.
He's probably already been taken out then.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
If this case is those players, then the only thing you're going to get is a stooge. Like you're going to get somebody tried that didn't even do it.
Nanos.
You know, so-
He's gonna be the GOAT. I mean,
we can hang up our hats right now if it's that high up. Yeah, you're done. We're done.
Mhm.
We're never gonna-
Yeah.
So Michelle, I'm gonna jump down into the chat so I don't wreck up your guys' thing. I'm not sure what's up with my microphone. It's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. So I don't
No,
wanna
it sounds
just-
fine now. You sound
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you sound fine. Just
Oh, okay.
some background what's going on. That's a nice
Yeah, it
hat.
sounds
by
like
the
a
way.
microphone sometimes.
I hear it a little bit. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like a
that's the hat
speaker.
that was taken. That hat in the picture, right? That's the one that was taken.
Oh man, is that a
oh,
Raiders hat?
Yeah, man, it only cost me $2.50, man, for that Raiders hat.
Nice. So no harm, no foul, right?
So it's just what it is.
Right.
But intelligence wise, whoever the door guy is, he is being very quiet for some reason.
hmm
That's what I'm saying. Why?
He's being very quiet, knowing that his face is all over the internet.
because he's no longer with us.
With him, who she's talking to then?
I'm gonna mute you, Bruce, for just a moment because you're echoing. Hold on one
Yeah,
second.
that's what I'm saying. I'll just jump down.
Okay, Bruce. It's nice.
Thank you for
nice
stopping
talking to you.
in.
Thanks.
Good to see you, Bruce.
Crystal, I thought the same thing. So
Mhm.
who is Savannah talking to?
Annie.
See? Who's
Do you
she
really
talking?
you think it's the family? Do you guys think the family has ideas of what's going on? Like
Oh, yeah.
within
Oh yeah.
the family?
Oh
I
yeah.
think she knows.
Oh,
I think she knows,
She
and that's
knows,
who she's talking to.
especially now.
Yep.
I hate to say it. It's just becoming
Yep.
more and more clear to me.
Obvious. Yeah, it's obvious now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on home. It's okay.
And I think Michelle,
Yes.
she's working with the FBI. I really do. She's communicating with them somehow.
Oh no,
Yeah, she-
Army vet brought
Mm-mm.
up that he doesn't think that she's
Mm-mm.
working with the FBI anymore.
Yeah, she would have did this on NBC if she was. She did this on Instagram for her First Amendment rights.
mm.
You
Hey,
probably
She
Army.
did everything on Instagram though.
Yep, that's freedom of speech. You can't
Yeah.
curtail her speech. Probably on air and FBI and national. They'd be like, you can't say this, you can't say this. We're gonna clip this out. We're gonna clip that out. We're gonna revert. You know what I'm saying? She, of course, on Instagram, she can say
Hey
exactly
Ted.
what she
Oh,
wants.
never
to.
mind. That's not Ted.
I know, I thought
I
it
do
was
that
Ted.
every time.
Wallet.
Every
You
time. You
crazy,
get me.
Krista.
It's missing
You get me
wallet.
every time, Nissan Wallet. I'm telling you.
Do we know who's behind that?
No.
I don't
That's
know, but
hilarious.
they're in
It may
they're in
actually
all
be his wallet. That's what's scary.
It might be.
It's
Playing
hilarious.
games with us.
You
Hey,
spoke to
Vince,
his
I was going to
wallet.
throw this one by you, man. So Savannah came out with that yesterday. Now Harvey from TMZ is just dropped a boatload of information that I first heard when I came on here tonight. Like the FBI is just telling him everything about this case. And then Nanos supposedly has done an interview with the Today Show of all places. So you think the FBI now has said, okay, we're out of leads, where y'all can go ahead and go out there and speak freely now, just go for it, since everybody's seems to be coming out at one time and just speaking their minds now?
The only way this happens if all communications has shut down and Savannah's finna step down. So now they need another face piece. So it's gonna be her brother or her sister. They
That would
need
be-
to add some energy back into it because obviously they lost communication. Obviously, they don't know which ransom note are real, which crypto is real. So they need him to reach out. They need a photo real. And it's just a clusterfuck.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean,
So
yeah.
you're tickling the wire now, kind of like they did
Yeah.
when they said with Reuters, they said the notes are fake. They were just trying to get some action. Now Savannah's talking. Now Harvey's talking again. Nanos is supposedly talking, but so now they're trying to get some movement because they're not getting any kind of communication back from them now.
And she said, we don't trust audio or video. We need help.
Right. Right.
So she
Which
can't
kind of
like,
tells me that they provided some kind of audio and video early on, and Savannah said we're not going to pay you because we don't trust that audio and video. So
Or to put it mean the porch guy video.
everything. I mean, think
Mhm.
about what she's saying. Porch guy video. Let's go back to crypto. Let's go back to everything. Like
Mhm.
what can is she's like us right now. What is the truth?
Yeah. But you said you think she knows.
If she's reaching out now,
6 months
obviously
in, I don't think she knows
she's
anything.
screaming right now, y'all. She's like, okay,
6
come,
months.
it's in your hands. Help us out. We did everything we need to, like, understand her term. We did everything we need to do. Help us out. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. You see all these crypto people. You see all these fake ransom notes. You see
Right.
TMZ. We don't know what's true. How can we find out what? She going crazy. She don't believe the FBI. She don't believe the government. That's what I'm saying. I think she's hysterical, but I would love to know a female's perspective because y'all can empathize or we can look. That's y'all DNA. Y'all can really dive deep into that.
Right.
I know women can sense anything. I swear, just by the look, how you could pick out senses from people. To me, I always felt like Savannah's, every time she came out and spoke, it was always based on a timeline of something else. It was never on her own. On her own, I feel like, if that's making sense. I never felt as if anything was based on her wanting to come forward at a specific time. It was always based on things that happened prior to her going and addressing the public or doing these speeches. Like, I feel like it's, again, because the Crime Junkie came out with that whole podcast and releasing the ransom letters in full. And then you also had the 6-month anniversary popping up. And then the last time she spoke was because they said how Nancy's most likely no longer with us, that she's in nature, because that ransom note came out. So then Savannah spoke again. It was never on her own terms. I feel like she's not coming to the public and saying things daily or maybe monthly, even monthly at that. Like, I feel like it's always like, there's always an agenda behind it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Or her promotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you remember last time when she had a promotion, TMZ came out. She came out, and I'm pretty sure Nanos came out as well. but he didn't talk directly to anybody. I'll have to look back on that because that has me wondering right now.
And that's
Right.
what it is. It's like,
But it's like it comes
what?
in threes.
And I want to know what her overall goal is. Like, I understand, like, what is your overall goal of throwing these random messages out based on of what other people are reporting on this? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because I feel like her and her family, even Cameron in the ransom note videos, like he looks so uncomfortable. He's like sitting there stiff. The whole family just seems like they're all not on the same page with each other. And she's the only one speaking. So
Do you
I mean,
think
I don't
that
know.
it's possible that she may know that a family member is involved and she's trying to shield them because, if that comes out, there goes her career. That's it.
100%. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, there's no really bouncing back from that, I guess you could say. Like, how do you,
Mhm.
because also, I
Oh,
mean,
she's
she's going to get like shit from it if she's covering it up as well too. So she really has to be careful with how she kind of goes about this. And I think potentially that's what's going on right now. But the way that video came out today, it was very sincere from Savannah and very pointed to someone direct. That's just what I took from it.
Yeah. From that one, yeah.
Question for y'all both. Why, in your opinion, why wasn't she like this at the beginning? That's what I want to ask you. As a woman, like, why wasn't this there? You know what I'm saying? Like at the funeral, why aren't you like this? Why?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like she has more information now potentially, and it's more addressed to a certain someone. Maybe, like you said, maybe she knows it's within the family or someone who's close to the family, or I just think she has more information than we know, to be honest.
Yeah. Every single time I try to go away from A&T, every single time, something would always bring me back to them.
Yep.
And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I mean, it's their fault because all this silence is just making us speculate. But the facts that they have provided, I mean, they all lead back to them.
I agree.
They all lead back to them. And
No.
I mean, sorry, but if you don't, at least consider that, you're naive.
That's what I'm saying. And then also, I don't know if you saw the video of Tommaso with like the stuffed pockets. I feel like that was really shady coming out of the house with those really thick pockets. You could tell it looked like a wad of cash. It looked like potentially like a jewelry box. Like he left with something that day that he should not have left with.
He did.
Yeah.
He got him. He waited for the FBI agents to leave to go get it too. So
Yeah.
he
And running
fooled
out the back entrance.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Out front.
Yeah, he came out and said, "Bye, I'm gonna get in my car and leave now." And he waited for them to pull away, and then bam, let me go get this real quick. And
Yep.
he did come.
And then he scurried back out.
Yep, scurried
Like a
real
little-
fast. He's wiping the sweat off his brow and
Mhm.
stuff.
Well,
But he's
Krista, what do you think he had in his pockets? Because everybody wants to know, what did he have in his pockets? It wasn't cash, I don't think.
I don't remember if it was Shibby or if it was
Shibby was the
Ted.
one that played it like 1,000
Yeah.
times, so probably was.
Yeah, but one of them said that it could have been gold bars.
Mm.
Oh yeah, who did say that? I was
It was
on
either
that. I
Ted-
think
Ted, Shibby.
She be
Who else was it?
gold bars. I was on that. I think I'm trying to think of who said that. Could have been. Was it Chris?
Actually, no.
Absolutely.
That was on our live. Never mind. That was
Okay,
on our
because I
live.
heard that too. I was going to say someone did
Daphne
say that.
857, Disturbed, from Brick by Brick. Let's see, who else was on there? Shitty. I don't know, but it was one of them. Ted was on there, so it had to be Ted or
Was
Sid. It
Ted?
was probably Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now that makes sense to me because that gold bar would be in that shape. So that does make sense to me now.
But you would think that would be like super heavy. But then again, he scurried. So
Yeah, super heavy and like
And he had a weird
Yeah.
gait while he was walking. Like
And
gonna
also he was dressed in like a sweatshirt and jeans and like it's 80 something degrees out. Like Max, you said like, what if he had other stuff like wrapped around on the
Mhm.
inside of that, like the sweatshirt and stuff?
Right.
Something shady. That whole
What
family
I'm-
has some
what I'm
shady things
confused
going on.
about, and Army Vet or Crystal, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. As we're saying, like whoever this is, there's no way that the government couldn't find them, so the government knows. Why isn't the government not forcing Annie and Tommaso to come forward? Why are they being? They
They're
aren't
watching
being-
them.
So that you think they know exactly where they are?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where do
yeah.
you think they are? Like that they could hide out like that, and the government would monitor them, but not get them.
Italy.
Italy, because no
Wouldn't we
expedition.
know that they had gone to
expedition.
Italy? Like I don't know why the government would let them leave at that point.
No,
Okay.
they shouldn't.
Can't stop them
Yeah.
But
unless
then
they
again, they
find
were cleared.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they maybe
So-
want to make it
said
look
they
like
were
they were trying
cleared
to
to
go.
try to keep them from going to Italy. They said they're
Mhm.
cleared so to make them think that they were cleared so they wouldn't go to Italy because they knew how hard it would be to extradite them back.
Mhm.
Let me
But-
get him.
Bingo, that's what I was trying to say. No extradition treaty in Italy. That's why they went there. Because they, once you're there, they can't extradite you back.
I think they have eyes on them. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they're
they
still
do.
in the U.S.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah,
You think they're
Yeah.
still in the U.S.?
I do.
I don't
Where
think they left. I find it hard to believe that even if they were in Italy, no one. I don't know. Michelle and I were talking about this. If they were in Italy, don't you think at least one person would be like, "This is," you would know that this boy who we grew up with. I can't remember where Tommaso's from in Italy. Does anyone San something maybe? But
know.
regardless, how would someone not know that this kid who we grew up with is married to this woman whose sister is famous in the United States? Like that has to be someone would know that. And
Well,
find
if you
it
think about
suspicious.
it, some people in Tucson don't even know who Nancy Guthrie is.
That's the other.
Yes,
That's the other.
that's
thing.
So-
what's crazy. They don't even know what happened. Like we even asked like people, we're from Connecticut, Max and I, we asked like a few people from here and they're like, oh, like we didn't even know that happened.
Yeah,
It's scary.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to book a trip there now and be like, "We're finding you." You know?
Yeah,
Really?
really.
Italy,
Where
yeah.
are we gonna look? I kind of somebody on X. I don't know who it was, so I'm sorry, but somebody had mentioned at one point though that they thought that Annie was with. I think it was Brenda Investigates on X. That she felt that Annie was with her brother, but that Tommaso was not with her.
Okay. So
Really?
But there's no confirmation on that. That was just
You also haven't seen the family together at all.
Mhm.
Like you haven't seen the family together in any form, any of these videos that she's putting out. They're not speaking as one. You're not seeing videos of them together. It's very strange.
only when the FBI was around and when Annie left that crazy ass card.
Yes, when they all walked down and Tommaso was like holding them up.
That was the last time that they were seen together, I believe.
That was a while ago too.
yeah.
Definitely.
Can I ask a question?
I think that was in March.
was
Mhm.
was the brother there?
No.
Mhm.
Oh,
Not for
Yeah.
that.
Nope, he's never around. That's the thing. It's like you never see him ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I know that he doesn't like the spotlight and everything, but I mean, come on, dude, your mom's missing. Grow some balls.
Mhm. Yep.
Let him
That's-
drop.
About it. Even if you do something once or twice,
Yeah.
you don't have to be on every day. No one's asking you to go on the national news constantly. But
Well, that's what it is. I feel like he's trying to like make because he was in the military and keep his persona to like this highest level, but it's like your mother is missing. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the part that doesn't like sit well with me. It's how are you not doing more?
Yeah. Savannah
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Savannah, I mean, she has NBC. She has a whole freaking network.
And
Yeah.
she
She
knows
could've
so
used that
many
from the
other
get-go.
people with
Yeah.
like large platforms. It's like, why are you not asking your friends to post videos on Instagram or wherever, like Carson Daly and all of her coworkers? It's like, why are you guys not posting anything for Savannah? Is she telling you not to? Or that's
Mhm.
also a big question of mine.
I think
I
that
agree.
they're the NDA, it brings me back to the NDA thing. I think that she just flat out said, they're worried about a lie coming out, or they're worried about something else, you know, within the family that only a few people know, and they're just trying to keep them quiet that way.
Mhm.
But for Nancy, or for Nancy to be 84 years old and not have proper security in her house pisses me off to my core. I get that she was probably a private person, but Savannah was just there doing the homecoming. Okay. You make sure that your elderly mother who lives alone is taken care of. She's 84 years old. You sit that lady down and you tell her, listen, if you want to live by yourself, this is what's going to happen. You're
Yeah.
going to have cameras and they're going to be working because I
Mhm.
need to keep an eye on you. Because I would have to have that anyway for my own sanity. And my
Yeah.
parents live 15 minutes from me. But at 84 years old, you know, you fall, you break a hip, you know.
Like you're done. Yeah.
So that has bothered me so much. And then that on top of you know, them amping up the security after all this happened, that pissed me off because I'm like, why wouldn't you have done that before?
Yeah, and no one's in the house living. What do you need it now? Are they going to go back?
What are you worried about? They're going to go over there and steal a chair or some shit? I mean, your
Yeah.
mom was just stolen from in there and you didn't
Uh-huh.
give a crap about that.
That's what I'm saying, and it's
Yeah.
also, and I don't know. I've heard these. I think it might have been like just a theory. I don't know. I think it was ever confirmed, but people were saying that they stopped the subscription like weeks before that she was taken, and I don't know if this is true or not. But I did read that somewhere.
Mhm. People thought it was a free trial or something of that sort. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Very odd.
Mhm.
Very.
Yeah.
The whole
But there's a
situation is
reason
just,
why they're. It's the reason why the three of them ain't talking and they ain't together. That's my question: is why ain't they talking and why ain't they together? It's
Mhm.
somebody knows something.
Why are
that's
they
what I'm
hiding?
saying. Maybe there's like something going on within the family that we're not aware of. Maybe they're not speaking. Maybe they're having these arguments. Maybe they're not trying to bring it to the public eye. I don't
Maybe
know.
they're scared.
Yep. That
I mean,
she
that's a
knows that it's going to
possibility, too.
ruin her career.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Annie and Tommaso, like, they might be scared too. I mean, there might be, you know, more to the story that we just don't know. I'm just trying to give them benefit of the doubt. I don't really, in my
Mhm.
opinion, believe that. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is what Michelle said. Think about what she just said. Maybe the family told everybody to be quiet.
Mhm.
You don't hear nothing from an uncle, an auntie, a cousin, a niece, a nephew.
Mhm.
Nobody.
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
They did tell the family. Right. They did tell the family to be quiet.
That's extremely odd for nobody to be on a talk show or CNN or Fox News. You know, somebody somewhere normally starts speaking up and speaking out. And in this case, man, there is nobody saying a word about
And
nothing.
someone knows something. That's what's so irritating about it is someone knows something, whether it's within the family, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone who is the porch guy, whether it was the porch guy's relative, like, you know, that face. Like, if Max was to put a ski mask on and be standing outside of my door, like,
Yeah. You know.
someone's going to know who that face is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't
Right.
care that it was a ski mask. Someone knows who that is. And the fact that no one's speaking on it is wild to me, which makes me think that there's more to the story and there's more of a cover up behind this.
Mhm.
Maybe
y'all
they
feel
will
like-
come out. Maybe since we've hit 6 months, and hopefully, if anybody's listening out there, even if it's not this stream tonight, one of our streams in the future, or one of the other streamers stream, and we can start putting it out there. Come out, somebody, and just come out and say something nice about Nancy. Hey, I knew her. She made great cornbread or something.
Yeah.
And I was
I've
like,
been craving a
Something.
corn muffin toasted with butter, by the way, just saying.
we miss her. We love her. She's been gone for 6 months. I mean, you don't have to come out and say anything about the case, but at least come out and say something good about her name and her personality and the type of woman she was. I mean, you don't have to be quiet forever. It's been 6 months now. If they told you to be quiet, that's enough for them. You know, we're 6 months into it. Come out and say something good for Nancy.
Mhm.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
say what she did for your community. She's been there for so long. Like, say what she did. And Max, I know when you first started, you did like that whole chart about like where she went to school, what she did in the community. And I thought that was really special because a lot of people don't highlight that. Like, we don't know what Nancy's day-to-day life was prior to this, but it deserves to be recognized because she really hasn't gotten any sort of love. I feel like, yes, we all want to know what happened to Nancy, but who is Nancy Guthrie? Like, that's the question. Like, who was she?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of
it's
questions about
sad
her.
because her daughter or her kids are not even trying to
Tell us more
humanize
about
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was
make her a
involved in-
person.
yeah.
Yes.
She was involved in charitable like causes. Like, it's not like she was just someone coasting through life. She was trying to help people. And now the people who she helped the most, her children, aren't speaking out and helping find her. So it's sad that this is her legacy now, is being known as, the newscaster's mother who was abducted.
Yeah. And no one knows where she is. She just vanished.
I couldn't
That's
stand.
concerning to me because the kids ain't talking. Like, they're not even trying to find their mom, and that's concerning to me.
It's awful.
Yeah, like I would want my mom. My mom would have. I'd be talking about her all day, every day. There is no way in hell I'd be quiet.
Nope.
And I don't know many people who would be. And I get, like, people, like we said, people grieve differently. Everyone, but how is it that all three of them are grieving differently by not being able to speak? I mean, I guess, like, if you had one sibling who was more like, grieved alone and didn't want to chat about it in the public, I understand. But all three of you, not one of you can go and bring awareness to her name and print flyers and pay for a billboard. Like, you have the money. Come on.
Right.
I've seen it happen. I've seen this situation where the family says nothing probably 15 times. That's why it's not unusual.
Okay.
Overseas, if you was to take Nancy Guthrie and her children to Mexico, to Russia, to China, to the Middle East, this is what we will call a hostage situation. The more that you talk, the more that I want.
Yeah.
The more you bring attention, the more I got leverage. So the quieter you are, the more I can get her. That's why in cartels, they don't tell you the father, the mother, the child has been. You don't hear that because now you're giving them leverage. Now I can, instead of asking for 5 million, I can ask for 50. Then 100, then 300, then cease the Iran war, turn off all the power. You got to keep quiet. But YouTubers ain't gonna keep this quiet.
No.
You crazy.
That's obvious.
You're crazy.
People want answers. It's like, this isn't right, and this can happen to any single person. So the fact that, like, mainstream media is covering up to the way that they are is really alarming. And it makes you really, I don't watch mainstream media anymore because it makes you wonder, what else are you covering up? What else do we not know about? What are the actual facts to a specific case? It's very concerning.
Yes, I agree.
Stats have changed. Everybody look it up. Now people go to YouTube instead of media for the first time in history.
Good.
People, for the first time in 2026, people do not trust. I think it went down from like 48, and now everyone gets their information and specific anything directly from social media. They have left big stream media. So that actually media is watching y'all.
Right on. Come on in.
Come on in. Let us show you how it's done.
Right.
Let
There's
us
a
show you
new
how it's
Nanos
Funny, but I did
interview with,
hear
like, a
that,
little boy, I guess. Like, he looks like a little boy that's interviewing him. I'm not even kidding. Nanos, Sheriff Nanos. There's a new Sheriff Nanos interview, it looks like. JLR's actually doing it right now.
Do you want to pull it up so we can watch it, Michelle?
Hold on one second.
If you can find it.
I don't know. Would he be upset if we restreamed his stream?
Oh, is it not something we can find online ourselves?
Oh, let me see if I could find it. Hold on.
He probably wouldn't be upset. I mean, you ran his show for a while he went to the door. Come on now, JLR.
If you think about it, like a lot of other people did, but now he's watermarked. Now he's copyright.
He's a big time now.
Yeah.
Army vet, I did hear that though about people are not watching the mainstream news and they're watching YouTube's.
Mm-hmm. But they want different type of they want to know you know what you're talking about. There's a difference
Yeah.
between entertainment and being an invest. Like you can sit up here and get fed, but you know when people start popping them papers and looking up and researching, that's what they want. That's what they want. They want specifics. You can show out and laugh, but then they want to be able to look in that
They
chat
want
and the chat want
sources.
to be they want to look at you and know what you're talking about and
Yeah.
be entertaining and
Well,
it's
that's just
different.
like, us, we want sources, especially like when I'm on X and stuff, we want sources before we want to just go out and post false stuff.
We want people finding people.
He spoke
Yeah.
to someone named Wyatt Sharp.
No.
Has anyone heard of him? He's a young man.
Oh, is that did you find it, Max? Because I can't find it.
I'm finding someone on Twitter named TV Ashley who posted it, but I don't know if it's her reacting. I can't find the original
Video. He literally looks like he's 12 years old interviewing him. He goes for like
here it
these
is.
young interviews.
I was gonna say, if
found-
nothing else, just screenshot it and send, so we can at least see it.
Yeah.
I found him. I just put it in the private chat. I'm just not sure if this is the exact.
Let me see.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Hold on.
Yep, this is it. It was posted 5 hours ago.
That kid looked 10 years old.
Yeah. Oh, but this was a few days ago. It says days before. Well, actually, no, because we haven't hit the 6-month mark.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, I'm just going to read the description. Sheriff Nanos responds to FBI Director Kash Patel's criticism of his department, addresses whether he's spoken to Savannah Guthrie after her latest public plea, and pushes back on the idea that the case has gone cold. He also discusses the DNA and genealogy work underway, the status of the FBI Pima County Task Force, tips still coming in from around the world, and the disruption caused by true crime content creators in the neighborhood.
Oh, where'd Crystal go? Did she hop off?
Yeah, I was watching and all of a sudden she's gone.
Ooh,
Do you want to share the video to watch it, Michelle?
I don't. Can you do that? I don't know how. Because it's like copyrighted, so I don't know if we could watch someone else's video. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone know if that's like we could do that on here?
Crystal know how to do it.
You can drop in on like JLR's channel or something.
Can we watch this kid's interview, you think, without getting some sort of copyright?
You have to stop it and talk about it, kind of make it your own, make it a
Yeah, you have to pause it and talk, and then pause, talk, and that's how you have to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Just not talk about it in its entirety.
He is directly calling out the FBI. I mean the FBI DNA. What we were talking about. Like how you don't know who this is. Like he's really calling them out, y'all. Like really.
Oh, are you watching it?
I mean, I have an AI, and I can use my deep learning computer to.
What are they saying about it? Can you like brief us?
Or turn the volume up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like
shit.
them. I'm like them. I understand that
Or
with
turn
this
the
new
volume.
with this new AI, you don't know what's a copyright strike and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm not even listening to it. I'm using my AI to listen to it and tell me what this thing is about because I didn't even know about it. I still haven't watched the interview room, y'all. I'm so lost. I've been over in Iran war, kicking butt, so I don't even know. I'm catching up.
Would
But
you mind
how
dropping in
young
my
does
link?
this little man look? Like he's
Yeah.
literally so young.
He's so young. He is so young.
I believe that.
That is crazy.
I don't have
Yeah,
that
what would-
computer, so I'm searching. I see him now, though. My
It's in
computer.
the private chat. I think Max dropped it in.
Yeah.
I don't.
He looks like somebody's little brother.
He does.
He does.
He's interviewing Nana. Nana's probably want to hire him to go out and help arrest Alex.
Oh my God. You can do any interview and you chose Doogie Howser. This makes no damn sense, man. This don't make no sense to me.
They might not know who Doogie Howser is, Army, but I do.
And this don't make no sense. Him?
Right?
He got the interview.
That's like Beaver right there.
That's hilarious.
The little guy. He's tiny.
Did he look like that little short guy who jumped out of that big truck to get Alex that day?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Have you not seen him yet, Crystal?
Huh?
He's even smaller than that. I mean, he literally looks
Oh.
like middle school or something.
I don't think
Oh
he's
God.
in college even. He looks very young.
6th or 7th grade or something.
Very. You know he's not going to ask any challenging questions.
So Nano's finally trying to get on somebody's level so he can do an interview.
People seem to like it in the comments. I was just looking quick, and people are, I guess, are happy with the questions he's asking.
Yeah.
He might
Even
be
like
actually
little-
doing
I want to hear this.
That's what I'm
can-
finna go break down. I want to go break it down too, Crystal. I really want to
Or
go break
wait
this
to-
down.
should drop in on JLR and just have a drop in. He won't care.
No, that drop in. I want to go from the beginning. I'm like these people. I want to know what he's saying from beginning to end.
Me too.
Mm.
Watch
If
the
we
entire
share it
interview.
and stop after each thing, could that not get copyrighted? I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
because JLR playing the whole damn thing on big
He is.
screen with his little bitty head at the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
I love Big Dog, man.
Oh my God, his little bitty head.
Man, I love this dude. That dude is entertainment on steroids.
He
With his
really-
little big head.
Entertainment on steroids, y'all. Y'all don't get it. That is hard to do. To keep
Right.
Michelle, that is hard. Y'all think that is that?
No.
Oh
Y'all
no,
watching a-
that's hard.
y'all watch-
That's hard.
that's a master class over there.
Yeah.
Y'all watch it.
I agree.
Mhm.
He keeps it interesting too. He's a good influence too. The guy don't drink, don't do drugs.
He gets so excited too, and it's so funny to watch. Like when news breaks, he's like, "Guys, it makes you just want to watch him."
He does. Like a little
Guy-
kid or
He
something.
really is. He really is good at his job. Like he's
really-
Yeah.
very good at it.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
at 5.5K watching him right now. Like that's
It's insanity, huh?
where all the people are.
He knows exactly what to ask or what to
Yeah.
do. Like
I-
it's like he
I-
has stuff just coming out of his pocket like a magician. Like
I don't.
endless.
I don't. With his skills, I don't classify him as a podcaster. I really don't. I
Mm-mm.
think he's an influencer.
Yeah.
I agree.
He got skills. He way up there, y'all. He's an influencer. He isn't a podcaster.
He's an
I'm here
influencer
for-
/ journalist
That-
so that he
that's
doesn't get in
skill.
trouble.
That is skills. That
The
is
reason I'm
skills.
sitting here today is because of that guy right there.
Someone whose people would watch him take a dump. I'm crying.
Ashley.
Welcome in UK.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious. So should we watch it and I'll just pause it and we chat about it?
I think so. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
We'll have a lot to say.
you're good. Like you and him are close, right?
Oh yeah. Y'all
You-
good.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like I was gonna play the actual interview that's on the Sharp Exchange, it's called.
You should do that.
Yeah.
then pause it, and let's talk about what we just heard a little bit, and then you can play a little bit more and pause it.
Mhm.
That's the way Shibi does it all the time. That's the way everybody does it. Just
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm gonna
And
share
Shibi
my
does
screen.
it
Give me one
all
second.
the time.
Yeah.
He's like, you're safe when it's other news outlets.
right.
Okay.
We lost Angela, I believe.
Oh yeah, where'd he go?
Yeah,
Where'd
it
the
has.
birthday boy go?
Oh yeah, he's probably having his cake. Oh no, he said no cake today. But it
No
has,
cake
this video hasn't even hit 1,000 views yet. The new interview.
Really?
Yeah, so
So
I'm
it's
really
fresh.
Yeah,
Oh, you dropped the
it's-
link there, Max. You dropped the link in the chat.
yeah. It is a half hour long, so I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna get out of anyone else's mouth for that long. I'm a
Oh
little-
my God.
Yeah, I'm a little scared for what
He's
we
like 12.
yeah.
Literally 12
Yeah.
with braces, I think.
Look at this
Oh
dude.
my God.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Investigation. Thanks so much for joining us.
Can
sir.
we
I know
hear
how
it?
busy you are,
Mhm.
and so really appreciate it.
Yes.
Great
Not a
job.
problem.
I just kind of want to start out, obviously, with a generic question, and that is: this Saturday marks the 6-month mark into this investigation, August the 1st. Are we any closer to figuring out kind of the main suspects here, or just getting, closer to finding out what the state of this investigation could potentially become? And how frustrating is it to, be this far into the investigation and seemingly not having the answers that you're looking for?
So that's more than one question. So let me back you up. One, are we closer? I think every day we're closer, only because we have a lot of work ahead of us in terms of lab work, scientific work with DNA, working with not just our lab or the FBI lab, but labs across the country. All of these labs work together. They're sharing information. They're trying their best to find a way to get the science to work, to put together a variety of different pieces of DNA evidence to come up with a suspect. That process, just last week we had a trial here where an individual was convicted of a homicide. It was a gruesome homicide in a very remote area of Pima County. And in less than 24 hours, we had 3 arrests made. The case was solved, and he's been prosecuted and convicted. But those kinds of cases are rare.
I'm sorry, but can we just talk about how little this kid is? Like,
I know, it's tiny. Tiny.
Yeah, we tuned out Nanos already. I'm like
Yeah.
tuned out the guy.
Yeah. And Nano's completely
we're a
dodging
very
back
large
to the question
metropolitan.
to talk about something not really related.
Let me just back you up right here and say a bunch of bullcrap real quick, and then
This actually looks like when we was in high school and one of the students interviewed the damn principal.
it
Right.
does. It really does.
Oh my
they
god.
finally put him on a platform. He may be able to hold his own, probably not. So we might have to go kindergarten next time to interview him.
Area.
Oh my gosh.
And we have over 1 million people, 7th largest county. And this agency's team, our homicide team, works hard every day. And they were able to put together a case that quick. However, we also have what we know as our cold case unit. And cold case teams are all across the country for a reason. It's because we don't let cases just go cold and not continue to work them. The question was asked of me, is this case cold? It is not cold. We have a lot of evidence that, like I say, our scientific labs are working. There's video evidence that we continue to work with, not just labs, but also some private corporations who have graciously given their time to help look at some of the video evidence and see if we can't piece things together.
Right.
And of course, there's literally thousands of tips that come in. Certainly, they're not coming in at the rate they were initially, but we still get them. In fact, I was just on an email with someone from Ireland who had a tip.
Okay.
All of these things are sent to the Guthrie Task Force, which consists of several of my detectives and several local FBI agents. So, yeah, I get the frustration.
Right.
But it's not so much my frustration as it is the community. And I understand that the community wants to know everything. This isn't TV. This is real life.
Of course.
In an hour's time,
It is
there's not a
TV.
commercial break and we've got it solved.
Yeah.
We continue to work this case every day, and we work it hard. And so I feel confident that it's moving along, that we'll get some resolution. But unfortunately, those things just sometimes take time.
You mentioned the cold cases unit and the amount of leads that you've been receiving and how they have slowed down a little bit from the beginning of the investigation. I want to kind of follow up on that and just ask you, I know it's hard for you to quantify that, but to what extent are you willing to say that they have slowed to a trickle? They have slowed down, and has that made it perhaps harder to kind of get to a good quality lead? Or if you have fewer, does that perhaps mean they are of greater quality?
No, I think that, like any crime, you first get it, you put it out there, everybody's attentive and they're calling in and they're giving you tips. But as time goes on, those tips do shrink. The volume lessens. And I don't think it's because there's apathy or or we just don't know. I think it's because people have given us their information and they're moving on.
Mhm.
Those tips, because I got a tip on February 2nd and we couldn't make heads or tails out of it, doesn't mean it's just dismissed.
Right.
It's something that's cataloged and put aside. And as other tips come in, they're compared with one another. Maybe we've got a piece of evidence that can relate back to a tip. Cell phone downloads might get us something. There's
Mhm.
all kinds of information on this case. And when the public slows down their calls, I don't think it's because they don't care. I think it's they've answered us. I think we had a plea from Savannah yesterday, and we share those sentiments. Somebody out there knows something. We know that. We want that person to call us. And so we continuously say, if you know something, call the FBI hotline, call the sheriff's department tips line, but call.
Yeah. You mentioned Savannah. Have you spoken to her recently? She released that video yesterday, and I think a lot of people are probably wondering what the status is of the relationship between your office and the family.
Well, our relationship is a good relationship. I mean, these are tough times. But
What?
Do you guys believe that our relationship is a good relationship?
You're full of shit, Nanos.
Literally.
Full
Okay, we'll
of
go back. I just want to see what
shit.
you guys thought.
The Guthrie Task Force. How about that? I found that to be pretty intriguing. They have their own name. They have their own task force. The Guthrie
Mhm.
Task Force.
He
no,
has
I've
a
not spoken with Savannah
huge
recently.
head.
She has my contact
Sure
number, as
do.
you and the
Uh,
rest of the world seems to have. But she's very gracious, and she doesn't need to contact the sheriff. She needs a team that she's very well aware of that works with her, and she's in contact with them at any moment of day, any time of day that she needs to,
You also
as is,
mentioned,
as is the rest of the family.
of course, you also mentioned the task force in one of your previous answers. Can you tell us kind of the status of that task force? How many members from the FBI? How many members from your office? And kind of how that has contributed to the investigation?
Well, so there's a core task force here. The FBI has task force all across the country.
Right.
We've been a member of their task force, a violent crime task force, for decades. This task force for the Guthrie case consists of a handful of detectives from my agency and a sergeant lieutenant and the chain of command, as well as several agents here locally. That task force, that core group, works together. And as information comes in, it may be something that requires attention from, say, Washington. Maybe it's,
Mm.
hey, this piece of digital evidence, we know that you guys have a team that's good at that. Can you send it out? And they'll
Right.
send it there. Just as there may be some local pieces of information that the FBI here says, hey, we need to go and find this person and interview them. So it does this in terms of its growth in that. But the core
Right.
membership has been there from day one, and they continue to meet daily.
Just for kind of a direct comparison from the beginning of the investigation, has it grown or shrunk again from the beginning period?
Oh, I think day one, it was the task force, the FBI Violent Crime Task Force, which we're a member of,
Mhm.
right there at the scene. The membership were there. Our team was there. There's a lot was said from, I guess, Director Patel about how we delayed contacting them. I just think he's misinformed and doesn't understand that that evening when this event was actually the afternoon of the first one, we first learned of it.
Yeah.
Our detectives were called in after our search and rescue team recognized what they had, contacted our investigative teams. They immediately contacted the Violent Crime Task Force, and their representatives were there. They processed that scene early the next day, the very next day, within hours of that scene processing. I held a press conference. I think everybody has video of it, where myself and the special agent in charge from Phoenix and the agent in charge from Tucson are right there on stage with me to
Right.
answer any questions. So the concept or the representation that the FBI was held off and boy, we wish we'd have been there early on. That's just not even accurate. They were there day one, just as my team was.
Do you guys agree with that? Because the FBI noted they didn't come in until 4 days after.
I told you he was going after the FBI. I told you. He is directly going after.
Also,
thank you, Liberty and Just for All, new member. Sorry.
And I was just going to shout out because in the chat she said the part about, remember when I was saying what's on his head?
And you said it was a piece of prosciutto. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, even there you can see it. Something's not right with that part of his head, you guys. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's always been there.
He's been
Liberty is awesome, by the way. She is absolutely awesome.
I love it. Yeah, she seems super cool. I love her photo.
Hey, Chris, stop thugging.
This was they say this is a middle school intern in the chat.
Wow. They joking. Wow. No, they joking.
Well, he's doing better than Nanos. So.
He is. Okay, I'll continue. Hold on.
Kid's doing a great job, I think.
Just to follow up on that, because you're referencing Kash Patel's appearance on Fox News, where he had said that if the FBI had been brought in earlier, there could have been more video discovered. I'm wondering kind of more directly what your response is to that and what the status of your relationship is with specifically the FBI director.
Well, I don't know the FBI director, never met him. So my relationship is what we see or hear as you do on the news. But that's fine. He's a busy man. He's got a big job, just as I do. What's more important is what is my relationship, and more important than that, my team's relationship with the local FBI office here that we work with every day on all kinds of cases. It's a great relationship. Look, Director Patel, he has information flow to him from across the world, probably. Just as I get information, I've got 1,500 employees, and it gets up to me. Sometimes that information is filtered. It's not with any kind of ill intent or anything. It just happens. So I think that Kash, Director Patel, heard information early on that just was inaccurate, and he certainly doesn't owe me an explanation or a question or anything. He's the director of the FBI. But when the information is put out there that's not accurate, I think it helps. It hurts the case. And so individuals like yourself to come out and ask for accurate information from me, I never have a problem answering them.
And we appreciate you doing so. I want to switch gears a little bit to some of the physical evidence, and I know you're going to be limited as to what you can say on this front. There's been a report that the back door and the back gate were propped open, reportedly with flower pots. Was that true? And if so, was that done for the intruder to make some kind of a faster exit?
So, again, a couple of questions there. First of all, you're right. I can't talk to the scene or what's there. I know that's frustrating for everybody. I try to be.
It's understandable, I will say.
My media as I can and my community, but we do have to protect some of the integrity of the investigation. If that was the case, or why that happened, or anything, that's all speculative, and we don't get into that. We investigate it, gather all the facts, put together a team, and try to work it from there.
There's also been
Wait, that's the first time I heard about the flower pots. Is that a known thing, or has people?
Oh, that's a known thing. Yeah,
it is a known thing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. That it was even on live, where the cops didn't even take the flower pots. When we were talking about the mat earlier, that's when I brought that up. They it was like a gardener or somebody, and they got them and put them in the back of the truck, like almost like they were just going to go take them and
just dispose of them or whatever,
or give them to A&T. Yeah, no gloves, nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll resume. I was curious about that.
2 doors in the back, and the gate was propped open with flower pots.
again, I know you might have the same answer here, but just in terms of the blood patterns, both inside and outside of the house, not necessarily am I asking you to confirm where the blood was, because I know you probably can't get into that, but did the location of the blood help your investigation in determining perhaps, where she was taken to, or again, just anything that you can tell us there?
But, again, I'm sorry,
It's
Wyatt, but
okay.
I'm not going to talk about the actual scene or anything of any of the location of the evidence that was obtained. Again, my apologies, but I just
No
can't.
problem. No problem. Again, very understandable. 5 months ago with Elizabeth Vargas, you had said, and this is kind of, I think, it's the uncomfortable and unfortunate question but I think it has to be asked. And that was, again, 5 months ago with Elizabeth Vargas on News Nation, you said you believe that Nancy Guthrie was still alive. I haven't seen you, directly answer that recently. Can you tell us kind of what your analysis would be on that front right now?
It's a question that I'm asked often.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess my answer to you would simply be this. I understand why people would say she's dead.
Yeah.
I get that. But where's the benefit in my believing she's dead when there's no proof of her death in front of me? I understand the investigation, all the thoughts of her whereabouts. Everybody has a right to have an opinion and voice it. But as the sheriff of Pima County, as the head of the law enforcement here in this community, what is the benefit of the sheriff saying she's dead?
Yeah, of course.
If the family believes that there's hope, that there's some chance that she might still be with us, why should I crush that hope?
Right.
There's no evidence to show it. Trust me, if we find something that indicates a burial site or something of that nature, absolutely, we're going to share that. That's critical. But we're going to share it with the family. And so my personal beliefs, really, that's what they are. I believe that I'm going to support the Guthrie family every way possible. And if they believe she's alive, so do I.
In terms of some of the DNA, standard DNA testing, obviously it varies in terms of how long it takes. You said recently, though, that you still have a lot of DNA to go through and kind of assess the validity of it, if you will. Is the holdup now that it is forensic familial genealogy and you're kind of trying to, tick them off in kind of a family tree type setting to eliminate members of the family? Or I know you've said to an extent that all of them have been cleared. But the way that the Golden State Killer case was worked, for example, is there any comparisons from this case to that one?
So the DNA, first of all, I am no expert in DNA. When I started 20 years ago, it was just breaking out. My team is way above me in discussing that with me.
Right.
They just get it and they understand it. And that makes me feel pretty comfortable in knowing the right people are working this case. But more important than just my investigators, it is the lab. Those are the scientists. And they have rules, just like courts. We have rules and procedures and policies we have to follow to keep the investigation credible.
Of course.
Labs are no different. They have their rules of science that they have to go through. So I think what you were asking is, are we at familial type of DNA, not just our genetic DNA?
Yeah.
Are we doing something to find, maybe it's the second cousin that,
Yeah.
what I would tell you is both. We're doing all of it. And
Okay.
that's really the labs are doing it all. They're looking at genealogy, but they're also looking at specific pieces of evidence that they're hoping to get enough codi to say, this is who we're looking at.
And again, to your earlier comment about how you do still have a lot of DNA to progress through, are you able to quantify that at all as to how long it might take to get through the DNA that investigators and those on the scene have pulled?
Not really, not me. The labs may, but I think the labs, this science is so fast, all science, today's world, so fast moving.
Of course.
And they are looking at some pretty cool stuff out there, if you will, about DNA and how it can be used, not in just these cases, but in other scientific genealogy cases. So they're careful, as they should be. Absolutely nobody wants to arrest the wrong person. And so we have those, if you will, parameters that say, here's the guidelines. And we have to trust our labs to know those guidelines and not to push them, to allow them to do their job and come back to us and say, we think we're here and we need to be over here.
Right.
Can you do this for us? Can you get us this? Is there any chance of this? It's probably more complex than we want to get into, but I'll say this. The communication with our labs is ongoing. It's daily. They know the technology. They know that, for example, a lab in Kansas might be on the verge of something new, groundbreaking over here, where there's a lab in LA that's on the groundbreaking of, they're just working the case as a priority, and they're working it nationwide.
There was a reporter who recently.
What do you guys think? I'm just curious.
It's alarming how little he seems to know, and just the way that he's not able to speak about it.
Yeah, he's giving us no information from
Nothing.
that. That's what's very concerning. It's like everything that he's saying, he's already spoke, and it's like we're going in circles.
That's
But you-
nanos for you.
yeah. But
Yeah.
It's just a big cluster buck.
Yeah.
And he keeps, well, I can't answer that. And also,
Yeah.
that's a bunch of questions in one. And it's like, what?
You're being interviewed. It's about asking questions. And
Yeah.
And the
you're-
I
little
can-
man is just like, yeah, I get it.
And
I
he-
can promise
he can't-
Nanos one thing now. I am not hanging on his every word any longer because I'm having a hard time just listening to him for 5 seconds without like drifting off in my mind about something else.
I haven't hung on to any word of his since like week
Okay.
1.
No.
So
I can't follow him no more. Like I'm trying like to see what he's got to say, but I start dazing off into outer space or something when he starts talking.
Yeah,
Mr.
'cause it's
Roosters,
nothing new. And that's the issue is he's not giving us anything new. He's basically just speaking out of his ass. Excuse my language.
no, he is.
Absolutely.
That's exactly how I look right now, y'all. Nano, just
Yeah.
What did I just hear?
Literally, that's the new meme.
What
Mr.
did I
Rooster?
just hear?
Let's just
What
take
the-
a second to look
What
at
are you
this.
talking about?
He said, looks like he took a sack of balls to the forehead.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
Still
Oh
there.
my God.
Yep.
Two big old lumps on his head up there.
Mm-hmm. Those
But-
goose eggs.
He has said lab at least 10 times, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
He's
y'all
like,
can
they're
make
up
that
to
a
some
drinking
cool
game.
stuff. It's like, what cool stuff? Like, and then also it seems as if he's trying to say as if Nancy potentially is still alive. He's like, I have no reason to believe she's not alive.
Okay. But yet Savannah believes the 2 ransom letters are legit.
Yeah. So how are you saying you're standing? I don't know. The
Standing
whole
with the
thing is
family.
just
Yeah. He's
And we are
he's in.
communicating well with
the
Savannah.
Guthries. Yeah.
Okay,
After
bud.
she clearly said
He ain't even
no.
communicating well with us.
Or
What
his
is
officers.
Or with Doogie Howser there, who's not even communicating well with him.
I don't know, but that little boy, he's doing great. He's
He is
doing
He
an
good.
is,
amazing
and
job.
you know what's crazy though? If you've noticed, Nano does all interviews with the younger professionals. I feel like the other girl that he interviewed with a while back, she was super young as well. I feel like he doesn't want to potentially have an interview with someone who can challenge him. If
Uh-huh.
you've noticed, like he never really interviews with anyone super experienced that he feels as if he's going to get challenged. I mean, just from what I'm seeing.
Right. He's not going to sit down with Chris Hansen or somebody that's going to be tough on him.
Yeah, like I love to see Brian Enton get a interview with him.
I think he actually did have a brief one
He
with him.
did. He
Oh,
did.
did he recently though?
No, not recently.
Oh yeah, I wish that we'd be able to have like a
Anderson-
new
Anderson
interview.
Cooper or Sean Hannity or Anderson Cooper, somebody like that could get him, to sit down.
Anyone.
No, it really would. Because I'm
All
not
right,
just letting
continue.
squirm off the hook. Yep.
Mr. Rooster is
recently
bringing it
read
tonight.
one of the notes, ransom notes that was on the record, and it referenced something to the effect of outside of Tucson. Setting aside the notes, obviously, the side that the FBI is handling, do you believe the person responsible for this could still very well be in the Tucson area?
Oh, absolutely. Could be, sure. I mean,
What?
we constantly talk about, we've got the same information you have, that the cartels took her, or somebody in New York has her, or where we hear that. I think the key for you to understand there is all of this information that's out there, we take it all very seriously.
Yeah.
And we have to, and we investigate every single lead until we can't follow it any further, or until we can look, and this adds to the frustration.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk of ransom notes, look at the number of ransom notes that have come in and led to arrest for fraud, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that people want to do that, to take advantage of, or try to take advantage of a system. And it's also a shame that we have to stop what we're doing to try to figure out what this is about, but it's part of it. It really is. And so every time somebody calls in with a ransom note, they need to know we're going to investigate it to its fullest. And should we find you, you will be charged and held accountable. I think a young man in California recently got sentenced 10 years or something like that. Just look, don't do that.
Yeah.
If I had anything to tell you, don't put yourself at risk there. We are working this very closely. We know the ransom notes that exist. We hand them to the FBI. They're experts in that field, and we keep up with what's going on there. But yeah, every note is taken extremely serious.
There was the tip that came in a little
Can I
while
say one
ago
thing,
about
Michelle?
Nogales and Sonora in Mexico. I know you've commented on it before, but do you think there should have been perhaps a bigger or earlier effort to coordinate with the Mexican authorities?
Well, I don't know what earlier on was, or what you talk about coordination. We work here on the southern Arizona border. In fact, Pima County has the largest shared border with Mexico than any county in the nation, 126 miles. We have, not just with the FBI, but with DEA and ICE and others, task force members all across this county. And so we know when crimes occur that, yes, there's a chance that it may, somebody may try to get into Mexico, or we use our federal partners because who has those relationships? Typically DEA, ICE, HSI, FBI. And so we're constantly in touch with them. Without getting into, again, too much detail, we know of those existence, and we work with those agencies down there. When we get tips that, I think we had one here recently that there were bodies found in Mexico, and we immediately gave that to the FBI, and they within hours learned that it was not related at all.
Okay. I want to go back to something that you mentioned before as well, because you had said that obviously with the ransom notes and, people trying to profit off of it and stuff, it speaks to kind of this broader problem. And that is that when you have a case like this in the public eye, it can be helpful to an extent because you get all of the leads that you referenced earlier, but you also have people with bad motives and bad incentives. And in Pima County, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last before this happened, big example of a crime, or at least one that kind of captivated and got the nation's attention, was the shooting of Gabby Giffords. I wonder how, from your perspective, it has been having to deal with, say, the YouTubers who are trying to get into the scene. I know you've talked about that before, and just more broadly, again, some of the bad faith acts.
Explanation point. Okay, are we ready for this? I can't wait to hear. Okay, ready?
Yeah, ready. Let's do
Ready.
this.
Actors who have been involved here.
So first of all, I headed up the investigation of the Giffords shooting. and we worked hand in hand again, just like we did today, are doing today, with the FBI. That wasn't a whodunit, but certainly it was a very critical investigation and needed to be done, conducted properly. And to the point of here in Pima County, and these critical
Okay.
cases come up, and YouTubers and the media, media's changed. I've been at this game since 1976, and we think of mainstream media, and then you also have now all the social media, and you have the YouTubers, if you will, or influencers. It's just constantly evolving. I can always get into the argument or discussion about ethics for journalists and this, that, but I think that's a better discussion had by people like yourself, of mainstream media. When I talk about the YouTubers or those that have been in the neighborhood, I talk about them in a regards that says you still have a level of professionalism you have to maintain. You can't just go into a community, a neighborhood, and start harassing people because they're tired of seeing you.
Yeah, of course.
They don't understand your position. And I get the First Amendment rights and all of those things, but I liken it to this. You live in an apartment complex and you can have your music on as loud as you like during the daytime. But 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, 1 in the morning, it gets a little bit disruptive. It's no longer your right to listen to that music at that volume or that
Yeah, of
you have
course.
corrupted the others. The same here for the YouTubers. And I've said this,
Wrong.
if you can conduct yourself professionally and get in and out of the neighborhood, I have no problems with that. But when the neighbors call us continuously, literally, we did a study here to show in that neighborhood is a great neighborhood for us in terms of crime and relationships with the community. We had probably 50 calls there the whole time, the last 6 months. And that's an average over 5, 6, 7 years.
Right.
This year, in those same 5, 6 months, it tripled. We had like 180, 200 calls. It is a disruption to the neighborhood. I think that neighborhood originally was very gracious to a number of reporters. Maybe you were out there, I don't know, but they allowed them into their homes. They allowed them to sit on their drives. They took them in understanding that you have an important job to do, and your job helps me get my job done.
Yeah.
But beyond that, after a while, it was a nuisance. And when the neighbors asked those to leave, that most did. A very few, very small percentage refused and really got in the face of the neighbors. It just got ugly. And I still have a job to do.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to help you get your job accomplished, I ask that you be respectful to my community. And that's all that was.
Of course. I just want to conclude our interview here by asking you about going back to Savannah Guthrie, because I mean, that is really the Guthrie family, the ones who have been facing this unimaginable tragedy. And in Savannah's case, having to do it in front of the entire world, which, no one can really imagine what that would be like. In terms of, the pace in which the investigation is moving, from the conversations that you might have had with her in the past, do you think there's any degree where, the Guthrie family is frustrated with not just your department, but some of the other law enforcement agencies, in terms of wanting it to move faster?
Well, I'm sure they're like everybody, right? We've all been in situations where we want right now. I'm no different. I'm sure that still exists with them. But I don't believe, in fact, I have zero indication that the family is frustrated with law enforcement and really angry with us. In fact, I believe the opposite. I believe that they know that we too have some challenges to overcome, that we too have a difficult task in front of us. But that task doesn't, as compassionate as we want to be, we still have to stay focused on what's in front of us. And someday, hopefully soon, we'll get the resolution that we're looking for and wanting on this case. But I just kind of ask the public, the media, even the family to understand and know that we're working in this case every single day. I check in with my team pretty much regularly, at least weekly, if not daily sometimes. In fact, we have a meeting here this afternoon. And it's really not that I have this great mind and need to know all this information to solve the case.
Right.
What I'm checking in on is their stamina, their energy, and I'm going in there with some reservations that, man, I hope I'm not seeing them shoulders slumping and they're feeling defeated. To the contrary,
Right.
every time I meet with this team, they are pumped. They are excited and energetic, and every lead they get, they are working hard.
They are pumped. I just had to say that one thing before we finished.
So pumped.
And so I guess what I would tell people is, look, it is frustrating for you because you don't know what we know.
Yeah.
The family is certainly frustrating to them, but it's
Yeah.
also frustrating to our teams. But they continue to put the white noise aside. I tell them, I got to be a duck, got to let it roll off me, and we just keep working. And so that's what we do.
All right. We will leave it there. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Wyatt. I appreciate you too.
Thanks so much for watching.
Can I
Wow.
just say one thing really fast?
Yes.
Mhm.
What do you guys think?
Oh my God. First of all, he was talking about the distraction of how many people from the neighborhood kept calling in to the police department about the YouTubers and yada, yada, yada. Well, if it's the same person, which it probably is pretty close to the same person, wouldn't that be more of a distraction? Because the officers are actually having to go out there when there's nothing being done. Like they're not breaking any laws.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Well, how
Wasting
about
the time of everyone?
How about
How
Sue
about one of
Ellen
those neighbors
driving
trying to-
like a crazy person trying to run
Yes.
over Alex and stuff?
that's
Mhm.
what I was about to bring up. Yes.
Yeah.
Why not do something about that? Why aren't they getting tickets? Are they on your payroll? Are they do they help finance the police department?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish he asked the question, like, are you legally able to bring these people in? Like, what is the legality out of this? Like, that's what I want to know. Someone needs to put him ask him that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid did a very good job though.
Calling instead of what they're calling about. Because they're calling about something bogus over and over and over again. You need to start telling those people, hey, I've only had X amount of calls and there was this much media out there before. Now there's only 2 guys out there at the most. They're chilling out in front of the house. Y'all just got your ass on your shoulders about it and you want to get your way because you're used to getting your way around here. And it's not going to happen. If you don't stop calling, we're coming to see you and we're coming to cite you, not them, because they have a First Amendment right to be right there. It's not your property. It's not your business. Get your ass in your house and mind your own damn business. Say that.
Yeah.
Preach. So
Yep.
true.
Preach.
Yep.
Say it.
But why is he not doing that? What's the real question? Like, what is the real motivator
Right.
for not wanting to say that to those people? Why is he afraid of upsetting them?
That's his votes and that's his money. That's his taxpayers. That's his
Yeah.
citizens right there.
Mhm. And saying broken laws, why would you say that when all the charges were dropped? So what laws were broken? What was violated aside from these people feeling inconvenience? And feeling inconvenience is not hurting you.
He's an idiot for even
Yeah.
doing that interview because doesn't he have some civil lawsuits coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote
It's
down
just
on there.
crazy
was
who he
not
chooses
prepared.
to do his interviews with too. Like, I'm still like, what made you decide to do this interview with this child? Someone who, like I said, who's not gonna call him out for his shit. It's just he definitely is very, very picky with what he's doing right now. And he wants himself to look good and sound good and and he's just fake. He's a fake person. It's all lies and it's really, really bad.
I think
And he's one of them. He's used to getting his way too. He's used to going out and pointing the finger and saying, you're going to get out of this neighborhood. You're not going to come out here anymore. You know, they're going to throw their weight around. They come out with their guns. They come out with their badges. They're in their trucks, you know, and they got a certain walk and they use a certain language and like they're telling them what to do. And, you know, and when he's not getting his way, it starts taking it, he's taking it personal. You've upped the ante for me was one of his quotes. There's no game going on here, bud.
Mhm.
You know, this Constitution of the United States, and you have sworn an oath to uphold that. And the First Amendment says they have a right to be there. They have a right to film, no matter who the hell calls and how many times they call.
Mhm.
So,
They weren't
yeah,
getting anyone's face. They weren't doing anything illegal. It's
right,
really sick.
Yeah.
right.
He
This
should have
whole
started
case is
charging
really
them.
sickening.
He
Yeah.
should have started charging those neighbors for,
Those
Yeah.
guys should
I mean,
get
shit.
paid too. Each one of them that got a citation and taken to jail and everything, they should be getting paid with the right lawyers. And, you know, it goes to the right court. It may have to go up a notch. So it may have to go to the state Supreme Court. It may even have to make its way all the way to the top. But somebody is going to uphold that First Amendment somewhere along the line. And they're going to say, okay, Pima County, you owe them a check. So cut it now. Six figures minimum.
Well, is it Juice and Alex's? Didn't theirs not drop yet? A lot of their charges, they're still active, correct?
Juices has one, and then Alex, his was rescheduled for next month.
Right.
Mm.
So he
Two-
still has one, but not the
Yeah.
felony one. That one was dropped.
Right.
But it's still that's still active. How is that even still active right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sounds like
I don't
somebody
know how
else
they're going to do
going on
that.
behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
they're
know.
trying to bait them into saying, okay, well, you know, they're being reasonable with this. They dropped these charges, you know, so now we'll shut up about the civil rights lawsuits and things like that. And they're seeing that they're sticking to their guns and everything, and they're not just saying, okay, well, thanks guys, y'all being nice and dropping our charges. We're not going to file any civil rights. So now they're going to try to push it on into the courts and see what happens in front of a judge.
Yep.
Again,
that's
I
right,
agree
Liberty.
with Liberty Justice for All said, because they want to drag it out to keep them from the neighborhood. They want to do what they can to make sure that people stay out of there as long as possible.
Really good point.
I wrote two other things that go along with this. It felt like how we're saying with his ego that he's just not listening to his team. Like, how are you coming into this unprepared? Almost in a way, like no one I feel like gave him a briefing, or if they did, they did not. He didn't listen to what they said because he just wasn't prepared with any statistics, anything. Like even when he was saying, "Oh, I think someone just got arrested in California." How do you not know that? You're the person in
Right.
charge of
Yes.
investigation in your county. You should know what's happening. If that's relevant to this case, even if the guy's just someone, you know, sending a random letter to do whatever, why do you not know what's going on with him? You should know that.
Definitely.
That's concerning. And even just the thing about the calls, I don't know. You're just throwing out random numbers. That's not an actual. I don't believe what he's saying. Who knows how many
Right.
calls they got? I'm sure it was more, but I just think he's just making up whatever he wants to. And he just, again, I don't think he's not looking online. I don't think in seeing what people are saying, because if he would, I think he would do a better job of addressing things so that we're not left with so many questions after he speaks, and he'd watch his tone and the way that he's saying things, because like we all said, it's really hard to focus on word for word what he's saying. But if you do, it just is like, what was even just said to me? Because I don't
think he cares. I think he sees what everyone's saying online. I just don't think he
doesn't.
actually
Yeah.
cares.
He's
I
just,
think
I'm just going to be myself and get on and say whatever. I don't.
it's like
just
whatever
not-
comes out of my mouth, I'm going to do a wonderful job.
Yes.
No matter how awful that interview goes, at the end of it, I really think he feels as if he did a great job.
Mhm. He's
Yeah.
proud of himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a big ass head.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
it. No, he's been doing it since the 70s. It's just a piece of cake for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No
and
big-
as far as the lawsuits go, I remember seeing that JLR posted on X that he was going to be part of that lawsuit.
Oh.
So
wow.
I hate to tell him, but you got
No.
the main squeeze out there.
Right.
That's going to be part of that. So good luck
Yeah,
to you
and the
there,
fact that
pal.
he has everyone that backs him up, like,
Uh-huh.
JLR is a lot, I'm sure, behind him. Like, he's coming prepared. So,
Oh, yeah.
good luck.
That's what I'm saying. I saw him post that on X though, and I was like, oh boy. Because
Yeah, that's
he was
large.
told though that he would be arrested if he
Goes
went
back.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because he said people inside of the Pima County Sheriff Department notified him, and they also knew before the YouTubers got arrested that they were going to be arrested. So it didn't matter what they did in that situation; they had a plan to take them out.
Mhm.
Right.
mhm.
Yeah. And I'm sure that was shared, maybe not with some of them, but some people went out there knowing they were going to maybe not get arrested, but get cited,
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they knew. They knew. They had,
Right.
KVOA or whoever out there, and
And First Amendment auditors do that all the time. They go to certain towns where there's a reputation that the sheriff or the town doesn't like cameras, and they go crazy on you, and the guys just go out there and they start filming, and they wait to get arrested, and then they arrest them, and they're like, okay, here comes my civil rights attorney for me. Thank you very much for the nice check. I'll be on to the next town now. And
Yep.
that's what's going to happen in this case, because
Yeah.
it's bigger than Pima County. It's bigger than
Mhm.
Sheriff Nanos. I can promise him that. This is the Constitution of the United States of America.
they got the lawsuit king coming after him now. I feel bad for him almost, but not really. So
It's true. He owes the record, don't he?
he sure does.
Yeah,
really
I'm pretty sure they messed with the wrong group of people because
Mhm.
I think they probably thought like, okay, let me cite them, let me get rid of them, and they're not going to come back. I don't think they realize that these these specific YouTubers, they're coming back and they're not going to be quiet.
Uh-uh.
No. And neither are their followers.
100%. Like
Yeah, we're
JLR's
just getting
army
louder.
is strong.
Yeah. The JLR army is scary. You don't know.
Yeah.
Scary.
No, yeah. You don't ever want to read the chats in
No.
there. They're vicious.
Yeah.
Like they're coming for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Yeah.
He turned
But-
his attention
yeah.
to the wrong people. Instead of going after the YouTubers, there's only a couple of them there sitting in a chair. For God's sakes, you had the whole entire street blocked off with people, man.
Mhm.
You got a
Mhm.
couple of guys sitting out there. Well, maybe one was playing music on the phone. Big deal, and the other guy's just out there doing what he loves. He's found his calling in life. It's no big deal, but you got the people from online that can't stand them making bogus phone calls, and then you got a few neighbors that's got their ass on their shoulders, because something
Mhm.
was said to them that they didn't like or whatever. They think they got these rights that they don't necessarily have. And instead of going after the callers and telling them, knock it off, quit calling here, or we're going to cite you, we're going to, do something to you. They went after the couple of guys that's on the street exercising their rights. They messed up again in Pima County.
Yep.
I think it's racism too. I hate to say it, but I do feel like a lot of it is racism as well, which is super sad to see. I just feel as if they were really targeted, especially Juice and I think Alex. And it's sick that that's still going on, but
Mhm.
that's
agree.
just what I'm taking it as.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell by some of those deputies too. They got the good old boy look about them. They got the big belly, and they got that kind of
And they got
swagger
those
when they walk. And
Tiny little micro pocket sheriffs, for the
Mhm.
department. Those little bitty ones. They were
Right.
all holding on to daggone Alex, trying to get him down.
Oh my God, that
Basically.
was hilarious. And they just like fell down to the ground.
That's what I mean. Though. They
The
were
way
so
he was-
short. They're like little micros.
Yeah.
they was little bitty guys. And the way he was looking at them, he was just giving them that stern face and just.
Oh.
Man,
I couldn't watch it when it was happening. I could not watch it.
No,
'cause
me
I love
neither. It
Alex
was
to
hard
death.
to watch,
But
honestly.
after, I got
Right.
him some papers and stuff and sent them to him, and we did a live that night. And I mean, it was the funniest live I've ever done with Alex. It was hilarious. He was going over it by clip, and then each thing that was on his list, of what all happened and everything that occurred that day.
Well, it was scary too because people kept thinking like Alex was having a heart attack or something was going on with him. So
Yes.
that I literally couldn't even watch it because I'm like,
Mm-mm.
something is happening here. Like this is really, really sad and it was scary.
Yeah.
But I also couldn't go to bed until I knew he was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, it was
I was like
awful.
trying to beg Nick to go get him, and I was afraid he was having maybe like a mental health episode because they were trying to make him leave somewhere
Yeah.
that he was really, really attached to that place and really, really attached to Nancy. And they were trying to force him out of there. And I was thinking maybe Alex is snapping a little bit, and he's having a mental health episode. And now you got these friggin' cops out here, and they've been under pressure, and they're out here to prove a point now. So they're going to come out here guns blazing and everything else with everything that they've been through, and this is going to be a really bad mix here tonight. Something bad is fixing to happen is what I kept thinking. I was like, man, please, Nick, go get him. If I could have
Yeah.
called Nick, I didn't have his number, but I would have done that. But
Yeah. I was
I
worried
was-
about him getting tased. But then
Tased.
on
Yes,
the
I thought the same thing.
yeah. He
I
came
thought they
close
did
in
at one
short.
point because remember he's like, "Get off of me," and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
right, if they got him on the ground, they may have tased him down there for sure.
They weren't going to get him down on the ground though. Not with those little shorties. They're like little shorty 40s,
Yeah.
and there's no way.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the-
He was like they're his little puppets because
Yeah.
they like hold on to his arm.
He just kept looking at him, like staring straight dead at him. Man.
He
Yeah.
needs to frame that shirt, that ripped shirt. He needs to frame it.
No, he said it never got a rip in it.
Oh,
What?
It had
The way
no
they were hanging
rip.
off of it.
Yes.
Wow.
He was talking about it when we were doing, the breakdown. And he was like, there's not even a rip in the shirt. He was like, I just got it out of laundry and I checked it and there's
Not
nothing.
even stretched, nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't knock him down. He fell.
Yeah, he fell.
He tripped over his
He
own
did. He did. Oh,
He-
that was
He
crazy.
communicated well with them and with the camera there too. I didn't knock him down. I didn't spit on you. I didn't.
I know the spitting one was really funny because he was just trying to be like vocal, like, what am I being arrested for?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, and the
flew out of
things
his
he
mouth.
for. But
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. But we don't need you
Vocal
doing that
piston.
out. If you're watching, if you see this on playback or anything, calm down a little bit, bud.
Yeah,
Hanging
because
up.
everyone cares about them, and that's what it was. It was like you start watching this case, and I started off watching with JLR, and then you get to know the other streamers that are there, and it's like you start caring about them and worrying about them, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa, you can't get arrested. Like we want to help you, or like don't do this. Like you look out for them, and you want the best for them. So that was really, really sad to see, Alex getting taken out like that. But honestly,
Yeah.
I think in the end, it's going to benefit them. To be honest.
Right.
Yeah. The first time
Little-
though that
what
he
he-
got arrested at his house, I gave him a heads up because I was watching another live and the cop was literally asking if they had seen Alex.
Yes. Who
So I
was who were they
texted Alex
asking?
on
Was it
both of his
857?
phones.
It was.
Yeah.
They were asking 857, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was.
And I texted Alex on both of his phones and I saw that he read it and I never heard anything back. And so when we went live, I was like, yeah, because I gave you a heads up. And yeah, it was just
Right,
funny.
Had he seen it, Crystal, or
have
when-
what?
had he seen the text warning him, or he didn't see it?
He saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
He saw it.
he had some sort of a heads up.
Yeah,
Right.
and like it wasn't long after they got
Mhm.
him.
But
Yeah, they went there
Yeah.
pretty quick, I feel like. But
Yeah,
you know
it
what's
was-
crazy? They were asking them, do you want waters the day before? Like, are you
Yes.
guys okay? So it was you could tell that
switched it
those
quick.
specific deputies, like sheriffs, whatever they were, they did not want to do it. They were told what they had to do and they were just not about it. You could tell. Like the woman
Right.
cop that was there driving by, like she was asking if they needed water, if the heat was fine. So she
Right.
seemed that it wasn't bothering them at all that they were out there. It's Nanos. Nanos wanted to put his little big boy panties on and try to,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. You are absolutely correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were done dirty for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
and he's still
Um,
going to do it. If they go back, he's going to do it again.
Right.
Mhm.
Which he did
Well,
go back.
Alex
I
did go
think they're
back.
going back. I think they're going back soon.
Alex did. Alex did go back.
Oh yeah, he did. He was fine too when he went
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
started ringing. Nick did come and get him this time. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the the day that he went back is whenever he spoke with that that neighbor who gave him the footage of that truck.
Right.
So
Mhm. Yeah. So it makes you wonder what's been going on out there since the cameras are gone now.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, what's happening in front of that house? And
Mhm.
it's like we never would have saw that video with Tommaso's pockets being stuffed if they weren't out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Annie
Mhm.
getting the boxes of papers that she got. That makes me wonder, what did she go in there and get? I'm sure the
This-
detectives didn't have time to go through each piece of paper that maybe said, my daughter and son-in-law owe me X amount of money. That could have been buried
Mhm.
somewhere in the files right there. And they
Yeah.
just like, "Ooh, let's get this out of here right quick while the FBI is looking over here for porch guy."
Mhm.
this case wouldn't. I mean, it would have just disappeared if it weren't for the YouTubers.
Oh,
Mhm.
100%. And that's what's scary. Or you just wouldn't know the actual logistics of it. I think
Right.
that's also what's scary is
Very
knowing
true.
what's kind of going on behind the scenes and really, looking at the full picture. I can't even
Mhm.
imagine just following this on mainstream media. And that's, I think, the main issue is you have a lot of people who are still following mainstream media who even think the YouTubers are not right and what they did was
Mhm.
wrong, because that terrible video they put together, it was just a
Oh my God.
fraction
Yeah.
of what was going on. They
So
didn't highlight any of the
pissed.
positives.
Yeah.
So that makes you think like, so everything else you're reporting is probably false, or you're just giving us a fraction of what's actually going on.
Like
Right.
Trump says, fake news.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pushing the narrative, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was so pissed about that. I mean, and then there was like tabloid after tabloid. So I just got on X and did my little rant and tagged them and let them know how big of a piece of crap they were. And
Yeah.
that thousands and thousands were watching live. We know what really happened. They owe him a correction and an apology. And I went on a long rant because you don't
Good.
mess with my friends. I got your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I don't
I think it's how Army Vet was saying how more people are using YouTube. It's just showing it's a shift. And I think the media is threatened by it because they're afraid, because they know that, we aren't being paid salaries by them. So we don't care. We're just going to keep talking about it, whether we're being paid or not by YouTube or by whoever. So we're not intimidated by it. And I think that's also the thing where like this will one day probably be looked at as seeing kind of a shift.
Right.
Here's
Hi.
What the fuck is going on in here then?
I don't know, but I get to see y'all face. First time
And
I've been
we're
on a live
still
video.
going.
And where
Nothing
is
to see here.
certain somebody? She should be coming in a minute.
There's
Do
nothing
what?
to see here.
Certain somebody should be coming in a minute.
Oh, Justine's coming too. Hold on.
Ready.
Well, unless she's. Unless
It's
she's
literally like a
pretty.
lit
There's
party
pretty girl.
tonight.
Hi.
DLC, what's going on?
Well,
Did you
I don't
guys
know. We're
watch the
about to find
Dudanos
out.
interview?
Have y'all been out to a movie or something? I mean, where have y'all been?
I was hiding. I was playing a game of kidnapping
Oh
like
my
I did when I was a kid.
Did you win or lose?
Oh, I forgot how to play. Been so long, been years.
I'm Mike Nolette, so I was moving the bin bags
You are.
and stuff. All right.
You are. You're the
Are
little
you
brother.
watching the old granny porn?
Oh, God.
Hey,
Oh, Lord.
do not
The
knock
old
the
granny
vintage stuff,
porn.
mate. The vintage stuff is the best stuff. I'm telling you now, it's the best.
That's what I
Oh
heard.
my gosh.
Did you
Yes.
guys
Yeah, exactly.
watch that new Nanos interview? We just got done watching it. It was brutal.
I've not seen it.
Oh,
It was tough.
got interviewed by a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Literally, it was the
12-year-old told him
middle
what time
school
it was.
intern with braces.
Mhm. It was bad.
Okay.
Harvey
Where
from
where,
GM
where did he get interviewed?
from the FBI. He was representing the FBI today. Harvey from TMZ. He come out and spoke well on behalf of the FBI.
So what's going on with the blockages then? That's going on YouTube. Is anybody else getting loads of like people blocking them and stuff?
No,
'Cause
I'm
I
getting
can't.
a lot of
I-
weirdos in my chat for looking for Ted.
I've got issues with Criminal Network. I can't see him. Apparently, I can't see Crystal. in anywhere I go. I cannot see that her.
See that
Huh.
her. But see, you know what though? It's
Unless-
funny. I can
Yeah,
see
he-
you.
Unless you know, I won't go there. But you know,
What are you talking about, dude?
is it okay? Is it okay if you come out to play?
Oh, ooh.
Somebody won't be angry.
I got you. I know what you're talking about now.
Will who be angry?
I don't know. This is what I mean. Like, how do you get blocked? Is someone going
I
on my
lost
account
it.
and blocking me?
I didn't block you. He didn't block you. If you're talking about,
Exactly, and you're not blocked on mine either, so I don't understand it.
I don't either. But you're not
Is
the
it a
only one
bot?
that I haven't been able to see because on Brick by Brick, like he'll be talking about comments, and I'll be like, "Who the hell? Who? I don't see them. They're not popping up on mine." But see, now you're popping up. Like even in this chat, I could see you, but now you can't see me. But you're not blocked.
Yeah.
John Cena.
I'm gonna fix my WhatsApp right now so I can talk shit to you later.
Where's everyone from? Where are you guys all from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina,
Georgia,
Georgia,
UK
UK.
over there. Mhm.
UK. Justine's from the UK too?
No, she's
No,
Pima
she's,
County, Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you're in
Not-
Arizona, Justine?
She's from Pima County, Arizona.
No.
She actually works for
I'm
the
in.
Are you related to
I'll
a
give you that
man?
one.
I'm in Milwaukee.
Oh,
She's in
okay.
the-
I was gonna say everyone's spread out. Max isn't. We're in Connecticut.
Yeah. She's in Wisconsin, I think. Don't let me speak for you, though. If you move to Pima County, Arizona,
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I'm in Milwaukee. Yeah.
So basically, a kid is making an
414.
look like an idiot. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I'll have to look at it.
Wait, so where in the UK? Do we get any more details or just the UK as a broad answer?
Who's
Why are
saying
you
that?
acting
Who's
like
saying
a-
that?
Why are you
Who the hell
acting
is
so
saying that?
sketch?
Come on,
Max
Ashford.
is saying, what are you talking about? Max said
Oh,
that.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
sorry.
that's me.
For
That's
fuck's
because I
sake, man.
didn't see a face. That's why.
We have similar voices.
Of course, he has a face. He has a face. Of course, he has a face. Yeah, no, I am from a little town in Dorset, Essex, and I am at the minute living in Dover.
Okay, cool.
Max lived in Spain for 2 years.
I have to lean in when he talks sometimes. Like he's leaning into the microphone, I'm leaning into my computer so I can hear him.
Because I never know if it's loud enough or not.
Sounds pretty
Like sometimes people going, "Oh, your mic's brilliant," and then other times like, "Can't hear you." So
right.
I don't know, but you
I
just act
hear you
so
fine.
sketch. Like you're gonna start itching or something. If you know, you know.
So what have we been having off tonight then? In
We
the chat.
just watched the new Nanos interview. We went back, we watched the TMZ interview. We watched the Savannah interview from yesterday. We watched a small clip of another Nanos interview, which I'm wondering if they're going to release the full Nanos interview. But my head is absolutely spinning because I don't even know what is exactly going on. Based on what we heard from Savannah, and then we heard from TMZ, and then the little bits of Nancy. It's like, is this a cold case? Do they? To me, I feel like Savannah knows who she's friggin' talking to. She's directing at someone specific, but what did she pay? What does she mean by she's saying we did our part? Did they give money to someone specific, and they're just not letting the public know?
I could have multiple theories on this one. So if we say that she is telling the stagers, basically that she's
Oh, it's
that she's
kitty.
telling the so-called kidnappers that the staging has been done, right?
Kitty.
And that's all taken care of. Now you can bring mum back, or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
You
but do
see,
you also, like Nanos was saying in his interview, he's like, well, I have no reason to believe that Nancy's not alive. So it's like, how are we back there now?
Especially with Savannah saying, that she believes those 2 ransom notes are real. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Why would the woman give 500 grand to kids and not up the ante for her mummy or Mama, what's she doing with the money? Why is she giving it away to kids? Guilty conscience? Husband's tied in with you know who.
By the cat, I'm sorry. But
Your
yeah,
facial expressions are
very
killing
I am
me.
very-
What do you
Wow.
guys think?
so with the Savannah thing, yeah, been over that a few times today because I actually saw that yesterday and a few times today, but I haven't still digested Harvey with TMZ and then what we just witnessed with Nanos again. And I really tried to pay attention, but it's so hard when that guy gets to talking now. I just start drifting away.
Have you heard his birtation? Have you heard his little interview where he totally fucked up his words completely? And I need to find it because it's hilarious. It's like it's literally in the middle of a sentence, and then he just goes. It
Maybe
just,
he did get hit in the
just
head.
kills you.
He could have
Yeah.
got hit. He does have lumps on his head in this most
Yeah.
recent.
It's got goose eggs.
Big goose eggs, two of them, right on the
Something's
noggin.
not right with that forehead.
Mm.
You said a piece of prosciutto smack to it.
It did look like that, but then in the interview with that young gentleman, it did not look like prosciutto. It looked like something sinister lurking underneath there, possibly spider eggs. I'm not sure what.
You're right.
Do you think he tried knocking common sense into himself?
Possibly,
That
honestly.
could be what it
His
is.
wife beat him up.
Yeah.
He needs to on the other side now.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here. I love you all.
Yes, thank you for coming on. I think I'm gonna hop off too. I am exhausted. We've been going since
Yeah.
I don't even know 7.
That's Michelle's a nice bedtime. So
Are you on a
I'm
promise?
usually in bed by 9.
yeah, and it's
Somebody on a promise?
Huh?
Somebody on a promise? Is that why you got to go?
what does that mean on the promise? Like
Promise?
On a promise?
Like
know
on the
the
premise, Max.
On-
you have
on
someone in
a-
your premise, maybe in your
On a promise. Promise.
Promise you I'll be there by 12.
Oh my
On a promise.
Over here, we have a very different view on what promises are, apparently.
Yeah. That kills me.
Justine and Rhythm or Ash, we all need to chat again longer. I think maybe we'll try and schedule something.
Yeah,
before.
let's schedule something
Yeah.
because tonight was kind of like a
Yeah, I'm
dud
sorry.
because JLR was on.
Yeah.
He literally sucks all the people up.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to happen with any of the big ones. So just keep
Yeah.
going. You'll find
Well, no,
your
it
people.
won't. It won't because
Quite a few big ones on
you know
tonight.
your 857s, your criminal networks, and all
Feel
that.
like a dud to
They're
me.
not. They're big now, but as soon as Guthrie's done, they got nothing.
Yeah, honestly,
They-
but
they go in
I
their
like
way.
chatting with all like the new people. Like I've never knew about
And
any
I
of
love
you guys
Alex.
until
He's funny as fuck.
honestly, I think it was 857s where I found Justine and then Crystal too. I saw you went live and then Rhythm and Clues. I met you today basically, but you've been in the chat. Wayne, you've been awesome. So
Thank
it is
you.
nice just getting to meet all these new faces. And
Right, I
we should
agree.
keep going strong, keep pushing for it. And I
Absolutely.
want to chat about other things outside of Nancy too. So it's like the whole Nancy case is just getting, really old to me. I mean, I want to keep her name out there and obviously keep covering it when new things come out. But when it's stale, it's like, let's chat about other stuff that should be covered as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a bit of my soul leaves my body every time we talk about a theory that's been talked about 800 times. It's just like there is another
Repetitive,
piece.
Why- this is why we're
repetitive,
just
repetitive.
going round it. I'm just making new shit up.
The horse is dead. We have
don't
beat
even
the
make
horse
sense.
to death. It is dead.
Well, that's
the
why it's
horse
like
is dead.
nice to see like new faces too and new theories. Because it's like when you're sitting with the same people and having the same conversations, you kind of are like, okay, well, we chatted about this 1,000 times. Let me hear someone else's new.
Yeah. And then you have something new to bring to the table next time. So it's like
Yeah.
a continuous thing.
You definitely feed off of each other, but
Right.
I learned a lot tonight. Honestly, this was more informative.
3 men,
Awesome.
2 women, not including Porch Guy. So
Is this a
far on the
porno?
video.
Oh, the porch guy video. Got it.
Porch Guy
Oops.
video. 3 men,
Y'all two are
A
y'all two
porch
are.
guy and 2 women.
So
I
Wayne,
Make
where
a
are we
cute
going
couple.
next?
I like
Where are we
it.
going next?
I don't think I'm getting on anybody else's again tonight. As I never expected to get up and do one of my own today, and then
One is in like a really low down sort of goat cart / trike thing. I don't even know what it is. But he's
Fuck did
wearing
the
a
go
cap.
kart come
He's
from?
wearing a cap
for me was
Ooh.
Ash.
with a logo on it.
I'm just making shit up now. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll bring the receipts.
Did y'all
And then all
read
of a sudden the brick appears and you hit the brick and then a mushroom comes out and then you get 10 times bigger. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, I love it.
That's as
All
well as
right,
2
guys.
cars, by the
Well,
way.
it was. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah,
It was
thank you for
really
stopping
great.
back in, and we'll connect soon. I'll look for your
Absolutely.
everyone's emails in their YouTube things. It's
Okay.
late. I can't even process
Yeah.
thoughts right now, guys. I feel like Nano sucked every thought out of
Yeah.
my
Oh my
mind.
God, I know.
So I can't process sentences either.
Yeah. Well,
Wally was just
thank you
doing
so
what he was
much.
told.
Love you all.
Love
Thank
you
All right.
guys.
See you in the
Love you
next one,
guys.
Wayne.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks,
Good night,
Jessica.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Y'all
Thank
too.
you too.